Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. So this is a very lovely thing to do because it's a celebration live stream, and I have my friend Jack here,
Hi.
who you'll
Yes.
know from Spread Book Joy. So if you don't know Jack's channel, then please check her channel out because it's absolutely amazing. And Jenna, do you want to say something about your channel?
Yeah, so channel is Spread Book Joy, and I talk about all sorts of books. I'm very eclectic in my reading taste. There's very few things that I won't read, though there is a question about that you got, which we might have to get into. But yeah, so very eclectic reading taste, and anything from classics to fantasy to whatever. So I just like to talk about reading and books and stuff. Not songs and other magic though. That's Gareth's. What of course.
Well, other magic being really vague. What's she doing? Sorry, Rosie just found a packet of something and she just managed to drag it out of something. I'm just going to let her have it. I don't know what it is. What's she got? She might have found some crisps. Can you hear it?
I can a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, cheeky mare.
You always start as soon as you start a live stream, pets.
Ralph's just walking up and down a bit miffed because I've put loads of books where he normally sits next to me. So he's just going around going, well, what am I going to do? And then, although now he's going over to Rosie because they're clearly going to have a feast, the two of them. So I love that. So anyway, yes. So yeah, please check out Jack's channel. Let's have a look at some hellos.
Lots of people here.
Yeah, it's really cool. We've got loads here already, which is fantastic. Pat's here.
Hi, Pat.
Hi, Pat. We've been chatting quite a lot today anyway. That's really cool. MJ's here.
Hey, hi, MJ.
We're trying
on time. We were late.
We couldn't get our mics working, could we?
No, it's my fault. My fault.
Yeah, we're trying to sort out put the kettle on live stream as well. We haven't done that for a little while. So hopefully me and MJ will be on screen together soon as well.
Oh, nice.
Jack is the goat. There you go.
Blimey.
I don't think he's talking about himself because he's a Jack as well. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? If he's...
Of course.
No, but, yeah.
And I just said blimey. I was watching your video earlier today.
Blimey.
Blimey.
I did that video in like literally. I just turned it on and just started talking. Because it's all in our heads, isn't it? All those words, and I'm just inspired.
I would say, I wouldn't be able to remember half of them, and you were like, "Oh, I thought he must have written a list."
Yeah, I did write a list before, but the list was literally 30 seconds, and then filmed it, and it was it's quite funny. I don't know if people watch it, I might do another one because there's so many words you can use, isn't there? You know, like keep your lid on. You know, when someone's going mad, you go, "All right, mate, keep your lid on." Like idioms as well, isn't it?
There's loads of really good ones.
Yeah.
Did you just say in it?
In it.
Like idioms, in it. Yes.
Gavin's here. I've seen Gavin said blimey a few times. I've seen him do a few Englishy things.
He's not talking about. He's not talking about himself. There you go. Thank you, Jack. Thank you.
Greg, thanks, Greg. I'm going to try and answer your question. So, Greg put a really bizarre question in the thing, and I know
I like it.
I loved it. Yeah. But I'm going to answer it. Thanks, Pat.
Yes, huge congrats, guys. It's a big achievement. 2,000 subs is a big acheaevement. So
yeah.
You.
Yeah. And the thing is, for me, it just keeps you doing it. Like if your numbers went down, then you stop doing it. So that's why I like it. It's like it's not like a pride thing. It just keeps me doing something I really enjoy doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just think it's fun. And like I was saying in the video, there was a response to Carl's video. I just enjoy every bit of it. I enjoy thinking about what video I'm going to do, the process of it, making a few notes, doing research if I need to do it, all that stuff. I enjoy the whole process. So, you know, if you're enjoying it, you want to keep doing it, don't you? But you're only going to do it if people are watching.
You do for about 6 months. You do it when no one's watching. You're like, no one's watching me.
Yeah, and you think, oh my god, it's working, and then you want it to keep working. Yeah, we are absolutely. Yeah, I was just saying that you probably wrote that before that, I don't know. You need to do a Cockney rhyming slam. Yeah, someone put that in, but I don't know how much people still do that.
They do, absolutely.
Still
they do.
All right, fair
enough.
They
do. Yeah,
clearly it's because I'm not a proper Cockney.
I am a proper Cockney.
You are,
as it turns out. Yes, so you have to be born within the sound of the Bow Bells
to
be a proper Cockney. And I was born at Bart's Hospital, and I was born like 8 o'clock in the morning when they would have been ringing. So apparently that makes you a proper Cockney. So there's me.
So
I don't sound it very much, but
do you use Cockney rhyming slang?
Oh, right, governor, apples and pears. No. I mean, occasionally we do. There's certain things that my brothers might say, or I might say. They call me Skin, because Skin and Blister is sister. So my brother's
okay. So you say,
yeah,
okay.
So,
That's probably more. What
and
about
that
money?
is like a daily occurrence.
There's a few for money, isn't there? They're used quite a lot, aren't they? The money ones.
Pony, monkey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Zach Parker's here. Hi, yeah.
Hi, Zach.
Awesome. Any tips for us? Jack, you are doing very well. You don't need tips from me, mate. I've been doing this for 5 years. He's been doing it for like 5 minutes, and he's doing really well.
Yeah, we're all 5th years, aren't we? You and I are both 5th years.
Yeah, you keep doing what you're doing, Jack. You are fantastic. So
yeah.
Really and one of the things you're doing, which I don't do, is you're focused, which is brilliant, because that's going to help your channel. Yeah.
Or is it Americans say niche, don't they?
Oh, they say niche.
They say, I've heard Americans saying niche, and I'm like, it's the French word, niche.
It's niche, yeah.
Niche. Yes.
Cliff's here. Fantastic. Hi, Cliff.
Hello, Cliff.
Thanks, man. He's climbing up as well. He's doing really well. And I think also I've noticed that Cliff and Elaine, a little while ago, they were really worried about their channels. And I think they're really enjoying the success they're having now, which is brilliant. So you can see that in the way they're delivering stuff, and
it's a little bit of persistence, isn't it? Persistence.
Yeah, patience. Yeah, definitely. Romford,
Essex,
a rival area.
Well, gel.
Right. Okay.
I mean,
so
that's where all the real Cockneys are now. Essex, isn't it? They're in Essex. So.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
We might have a visitor.
I
don't know if she was. Let's try and. She was all over the live stream last time with Dave. This is Rosie.
Oh, hello.
She's
Hi.
Just say hello.
Getting a cat to the. Oh, she's lovely.
Yeah, she is. But she might suddenly go a bit crazy. She's purring though.
She's falling asleep.
She's really unpredictable.
She's a cat.
I'll let her stay for a minute. Ralph's on the floor. He's usually right next to me. But thanks, by the way, everybody, for the comments about Chico. It is really weird that he's not around, but I love the people. People have made really lovely comments about it. Zach says he says niche. Yeah.
Good, Zach. That's how you should say it.
There you go. Romford is technically in Havering these days, but many Romford folk claim to be Essex residents, despite the border technology.
London's just like expand. When I was a kid, Romford was Essex. Enfield was Middlesex. It doesn't exist anymore as a place, does it? It's like and Croydon was not London, but it is now.
Oh right, yeah.
And so London's just gone, and so pretty soon you'll be London, actually.
Well, apparently, historically, our accent is like it is because we come from London. If you know, there was like a road from London.
You've got the London accent.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a So, and that's a Portsmouth thing, the Pompey thing. That's because of people travelling from London down to here. But I've only ever lived in Portsmouth, so that's why I can't say th and why I never say my t's. I used to. I might have said this before, I don't know, but when the kids were little, My
Yeah.
my wife would correct him all the time, going, "No, it's bottle," and I go, "No, it's not. It's bottle." You know, 'cause
Yeah,
I don't want them
I
to
was the
sound
same.
posh.
I spent a long time trying to speak proper. So because as a teacher, you have to, you have to try and speak correctly. And you can still tell I've got a London accent. You can still tell I'm from London because look, I just said cos. So basically, when I'm relaxed, it slips in. When I'm like sort of teaching, delivery stuff, I have to be. So I used to say water and butter, and now it's water and butter. And when if I say butter or water, which I said when I was a kid, it sounds I'm forcing it because I don't speak that way anymore.
Right? Yeah.
I've pronounced water and butter that way for so long now. That's the way I speak now. Whereas when I was younger, it was water or butter, and it's just that sounds like it's forced now. So
when
I'm
I
the same.
when I was studying theatre studies and like wanting to be an actor,
Mm.
I got rid of the F thing with the TH, and I started to say, you know, I don't know, what would it be, lava or whatever. I'd say that rather than lava, you know, and
Bath.
and bath. I'd say that, and I got really used to it, and then I've just just gone back to my normal speech now because I've done that many years ago, and also I remember. Another thing about the environment you're in and that kind of thing. When I worked in HMV, everyone swore all the time, and my wife used to say, "You swear all the time," and it's because at work they swore all the time. And I do swear, but I don't swear nowhere near as much as I did when I worked in HMV. It's funny.
No, it's interesting, isn't it? The environment does really affect, and I tend to be an accent chameleon as well. So when I'm talking to someone who has an accent, I start talking like them. I don't know. I have no idea why.
Brilliant. Yeah, I was thinking about the fact that my mum, my dad wasn't around for very long, but my mum is Welsh and she's got a Cardiff accent. But I grew up with a Portsmouth accent, because it's not really a genetic thing. It's where you get brought up in it. Right, let's come back to these. Are you getting close to your top 10 favorite albums? That's interesting. They weren't really done in order, so that's something I never even considered, that people might be thinking they're in order. I did make one.
They were in order.
Yes, yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, all these misleading things I do. I did make them. The 100 one is a box set. So I wanted to finish with a box set. So the rest of them, it's in the 90s now, I think, so it's nearly over. It's been a weird experience watching them appear because I filmed them very quickly, but some of them nobody's watched, and some of them loads of people have watched. It's really weird.
Interesting. Do you put tags on them, like saying what album it is that you're talking about and stuff like that? Because that may be affecting. I was going to say, because that might. Do you have it in the title though? The album.
Yeah.
That will be affecting how much they're watched. Because people are searching for certain things. Because I've got random top videos now that people find my channel by, and I'm just like, it's because it's a certain book or it's a certain thing.
Yeah. I have filmed. I don't know when it's appearing. I think it's appearing. Might be next month now. I'm not sure. I've got so many videos that I've scheduled up, but I've done one where I look at my top 25 videos. Awesome. And that's really interesting. Yeah, that's like.
Good. I was thinking of doing a similar thing because I'm 5-year anniversary next month.
Oh, nice.
Similar thing, but if you're getting close to your top 100 albums finishing your series, are you going to finish it by doing a top 100 countdown? It's like Top of the Pops style, because that would be great.
Well, I was going to, that would be cool. I was going to do a reflective video once they'd all gone up. I was going to talk about which ones did well, which ones didn't, why they might have done, what I was surprised at, what kind of genres I covered, and that kind of thing. There is one I want to replace, but I need to find the album that I want to replace it with. But if it doesn't get replaced, then it's not the end of the world. But they're just 100 albums I recommend. Do you know what I mean? So they're not my top 100 albums really, because every artist is only represented once. So if I'd have done it as my top 100 albums, then it would be about 4 Kate Bush albums, and
How many times does Kate Bush turn up in it? That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. So
I was going to say, because we met doing the Bowie Sound and Vision project.
I think that's when we properly started talking. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've been watching each other or on the periphery of, and then David and I had set up, David Wiley and I decided we were going to do this project, and he was like, "Oh, I'll invite Vin," and then I was like, "Oh, I think he mentioned MJ, and MJ,
Yeah,
I knew MJ was a Bowie fan, and MJ was like, "Oh, I'm going to invite Gareth," and then that was how we became friends.
Yeah.
So through music, not through books.
Yeah, and music does cut covered in this, which is cool. I've adapted one of the questions to expand it a bit, which I'm quite look forward to answering.
Yeah.
But so Cliff says hi, William. So William's here somewhere. I don't know if I saw that.
Hi, William.
I think he's just saying hello to everyone, which is cool. That's
Dia. Oh, hi, Dia. Lovely Dia.
Oh, there's my mate Nikki. So
hi, Nikki.
Nikki, me and Nikki used to. We don't do it as much now. We used to go book shopping a lot. So she was my book buddy.
Book enabler.
Yeah, and she had a channel. I don't know how. I don't think she's doing it in a minute, but she had a really cool channel called Top 3. When she'd do some research and talk about top 3 different things, and that was really cool. Yeah,
everyone's knowing each other. I love it.
Yeah, so cool, isn't it? If I have you, I'm gonna be the man here.
Havering, I hate you.
That's the 500 miles, wasn't it? He was doing. Oh no, I missed that one. Sorry. Hi, Cliff. I'm reading Clive Barker's Books of Blood. Yeah, that's really good.
I never read any Clive Barker. I'm ashamed of myself.
It's very, very gory.
Yeah,
very good.
When I was a teenager, that would have been when I would have read Clive Barker. But,
right.
Because I was a big horror fan then, but
yeah. 4 a.m. here. 4 a.m. Wow.
4 a.m.
Thank you very much for being at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
It sounds like you've got stuff going on as well. Wow. Yeah, absolutely. Have you seen many booktubers quit over the years? Yes. And
sadly, yes.
Pardon?
I said sadly, yes.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just they don't want to do it anymore, but sometimes they get upset by stuff and then they leave, which is a shame. It happens too much. Did you say somewhere that you learnt the Welsh language in school? Oh, that's interesting. I did. I must have been 5 or 6. 5. I think I was 5 when, because of some emergency thing that happened with my horrific dad, we were emergency moved to Wales, and we had to stay for a few months in Wales. And me and my sister were put in school there for a while, and then I learnt a few words. And then immediately forgot them when I came back to.
Were they teaching Welsh in the school as well at that time?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, and that was only South Wales as well. I mean, in North Wales they speak it a lot more, don't they? But this was in Cardiff, so I'm surprised that we did that.
I just find that fascinating because my parents being Irish, they weren't allowed to learn Irish because they're in Northern Ireland.
Oh, okay.
Not allowed, and so there's this whole repression of language thing. But since I've moved to the southwest, we get a lot of trains going up to Cardiff from Exeter. So, and I was on a train and I heard a couple and they were just chatting in Welsh, and I was like, I love it.
Yeah, I like anything like that. I put on S4C sometimes, and my wife was like, "What are you doing?" It's like, I just think it's funny, and you can hear them talking because there's a lot of because of the double
Welsh
L
language TV
is like double L is just in it.
Yes.
And there's lots of Y's, and it's such an unusual language.
I love it. It's very, very lyrical, very musical. And then basically, when I was younger, they decided to try and put the Welsh language soap opera. Is it Pavoli Cwim or whatever it's called on them? They used to put it on TV to try and let it take off, and then they kind of stopped doing that. It was on BBC 2 or something, and then they would say, "Well, I'd just watch it fascinated, just listening to Welsh." And then every now and again, you get these English words going in. So they'd be like, "Blah blah Welsh. She's an onion."
Yeah, well, I watched last week I watched a Bollywood film, and it's just so funny that they have a whole sentence in English just randomly put in there. Like they'll be talking in Indian and then in Punjabi or something, and then they'll just suddenly say an English sentence. It's just really funny. I used to watch. There was a French channel called TV5, I think, or Sat5 or something, and there was a German channel as well. This was when cable first started. I used to like watching them just to kind of soak up the sounds and stuff, and see if I could remember some of the stuff I learned in school, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. My favourite Welsh word that I've heard is for microwave, and they call it a pop de ping. You heard that? Pop de ping.
Pop de ping. That's amazing.
Pop de ping.
My favourite French word, right? And weirdly, it came up on the Jean-Pierre Jeunet film I just seen, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god, because I think it's such a pretty word for such a horrible thing. So there's a French word which is embouteillage, right? Sounds nice, doesn't it? Embouteillage, and that means traffic jam. Just shows you how pretty the language is.
Oh, so beautiful.
Traffic jam, or gridlock if you're American.
Yeah. Nicer way of saying it.
Yeah, embouteillage. Jack's a fraud. I know a fake bookcase when I see one.
You mean this?
Yeah, that's
my what did they call it in the pandemic? Your credibility bookcase.
All the politicians with bookcases behind them.
My credibility bookcase over there.
You're gonna have a kid running into the room, and then your partner running in to get them back. And that was an amazing.
That was a brilliant bit of real life right there, wasn't it? Yeah.
His wife was so terrified. Going, oh my god! It's so sudden. It's amazing.
You should see her wife going. It's brilliant TV.
It was great. There's a few. I mean, COVID was horrific, but there were some really funny things like that.
That moment at the horrific online town call Zoom meeting. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I still watch it sometimes. It's amazing.
So good.
What they're called? I don't know. If someone puts in the chat what they're called, what the town meeting.
I'm gonna have to look at this because there was like a big quote, and they made memes out of it and everything.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, it's amazing. It's just this horrifically disorganized and argumentative chaos that happens on this council meeting.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. It's so brilliant. I'm sad that so many of my booktuber friends are no longer active. Yeah, absolutely.
It's sad when that happens.
Yeah.
Jackie Weaver, that was the woman's name. You're not in charge here, Jackie Weaver.
Yeah, you're not in charge. Yeah, this Gavin's got the
Volly, I don't know how you pronounce it. I pronounce it, but it's not because I don't know how to pronounce Welsh.
Well, CWM is Kim, isn't it?
Ah, right, Kim. Pavoli Kim. I remember them saying it on like when they were announcing the show, and I was like, "Oh, great!" Because they would say, cheese and onion, or da 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 da, pop the ping.
William says, when they do quit, I would hope it's graceful exit, moving to better things, not falling out. Well, no, usually when when booktubers leave because of being upset, they don't say anything; they just go.
Yeah, just go.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just get people who are just tired. They're just tired of it.
Yeah. And people like David Wiley, we haven't seen David Wiley for ages.
I know, yeah.
But he's got a really complicated domestic life, hasn't he? So it could be that, he just hasn't had the chance to do it. I think he enjoyed it when he was doing it. So hopefully he'll be back. Have you ever traveled beyond the UK and USA? Yes. So we go to Europe. So I've been to Italy, Spain, France, Croatia. Those are the places I've been to in Europe. But the best thing ever, my favorite thing I've ever done internationally was my 5-week gig, paid for, and treated like a bloody rock star in Thailand, and that was just amazing. Played in Phuket, and it was all our food and drink was paid for, our flights were paid for, we got paid afterwards. On the last day, the guy who booked us is like, oh, make sure you meet us down by the foyer in the hotel, and we're like, yeah, okay, cool. And then we met him, and he goes, oh, here's your wages.
You're like, oh yeah.
What? We just had like it was 1,400 quid to get us there, and then we had like free food and drink for 5 weeks.
That's
And then he's like, "Oh, here's your
crazy.
wages." It's like, seriously, it's $500 we got given on top of that. It's crazy, but it was such an amazing time. So I would recommend anyone goes to Thailand. I want to go back, but obviously, go back with my wife or something. I'd love to go because
What an
it's
experience.
it's amazing, absolutely amazing.
Did you
Never
stay in the
forget it.
same place in Thailand, or did you go all over, or what did you do?
Yeah, we went. We were playing for a hotel who owned a beach club, so we had to make sure we were at the beach club by 6 o'clock every night, and then we played for 4 hours. So on Mondays we had a day off, and obviously the rest of the time in the afternoons we could do what we want. And because it's Phuket, we didn't really go onto the mainland because we wouldn't have had time, I don't think. But we did go to Phi Phi Island, and we went to this mangrove. What was it called? Mangrove. Well, it might have been Mangrove Island, but we went on a few trips as well that were kind of local to Phuket, and it was amazing. Phi Phi Island. I sat outside the chalet that we were staying at, and just watched the night happen. I didn't,
paradise as well.
yeah, I just sat there. I couldn't stop. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't stop just staring and just thinking, this is incredible, So yeah, it was amazing. Just loads of Irish people walking past the chalet, and then occasional prostitute going past, and then coming back. And then I was just thinking, I'm just gonna see the night through and just watch the sunset come up. Amazing.
People watching.
Yeah. You don't mind being in traffic when it sounds that pretty? Yeah.
Oh, the traffic jam.
On Bouteillage. Yeah, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow, Roz is here.
Hi, Roz.
There are...
Hi, my dear. And first thing I hear...
Traffic jam.
Yeah. That's like when I lived in London. That was the first thing I ever heard every morning.
Well, I live on the main road, so I hear traffic all the time. So I don't know what main road would mean to Americans, because obviously their places are much bigger. But this is what I mean by a main road. This is an important road for going to the beach, because the beach is literally a few minutes away walking. So it's a very popular road to go to some of the other shopping precincts and stuff. So it's a very busy road.
That would be really busy. I looked out my kitchen window last night, and the cows had escaped from the farm, and they were in the lane. Around my car.
That's very different. We ain't got no cows around here.
No cows. My partner, it's the 3rd or 4th time in the past month that some cows have escaped. So every now and again we see cows in the corner of a field, and I'm like, they're plotting their escape. They all seem to congregate in a corner. I'm like, they're having a meeting. They're plotting their next escape.
Brilliant.
So the last time it happened, that was like 2 a.m. We could hear these. Like, the cows are really loud. So the window open was really hot. The cows are so loud. And Dave looked out the window. He was like, oh, God, they're in the lane. And him and someone else had to go out. It's 2 a.m. and heard them away from the main, because the main road through the village. Our main road is not like your main road, but the main road through the village is just at the top of the lane where the farm is here. So he now thinks he's a cowboy. Cowboy. He's singing Bon Jovi.
Do you know the Gary Larson cartoon when they're standing up and then they go car and then they go back, they go on level 4s? That's brilliant. One of my favourite Gary Larson cartoons.
Gary Larson.
There's tons of foxes around here. So
fox.
Like literally so many. And something like I hear them every night, but one night it was like just really weird. I said, "What the hell is that?" Because they sound like babies being beaten up, don't they?
Yeah.
And it was just like tons and tons of them. I was like, "What is going on?" And because it's so close, I thought, well, if I open my door, I'll probably be able to see what's going on. And I opened the door, and there were 7 foxes scrapping. And
did they all look at you?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they went, and then ran off. But yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, the urban fox. I mean, the fox is like just everywhere in London. Like there was there was one. I mean, you can't walk out of the house without seeing a fox at night, and they're just walking around now. They're not even scared of people anymore.
Yeah, no, they don't. Well, and also that's why I think the council made us have massive bins. Because when we were just putting, when we just put before that, we used to put the bin liners out. but then obviously they get in them, and then they're all over the street, all the food and everything. So
I mean, they've been very successful in an urban environment, but I never see them in the countryside. I have not seen one fox since I moved to the countryside. And you think of them as being country, like
they come around here taking our food.
Come in here, Oh, these urban foxes! But yeah, they're very, very loud. The noise is quite like
it's really weird. Yeah. We need to get through these comments so we can do the questions.
And then we'll do some questions.
Yeah, hold on. Do you want to do a question?
Oh, let's do a question. Okay. First question, and it's a good one to open with.
Okay.
Get it? So the question is, it's from Thrifty Reads. What's your favourite opening line in a novel or short story? Comments, people put it in the comments, that'd be good as well. That's the first question. Do you want me to read the 3 questions from this same person, or should we go through questions?
Let's do it. Let's do one at a time, I think.
One at a time.
And some people have left loads of questions, and there is a lot of questions, to be fair.
And I'm going to make you go yes, no, sort of. Answers to some of them.
Right. So I've got a couple of notes here. So, George Orwell, 1984, fantastic opening line. It was a bright, cold day in April, and the clocks were striking 13.
Agreed.
Immediately, what? And it was a pleasure to burn. Fahrenheit 451.
Awesome.
But then I've got a couple here. So the Stainless Steel Rat, which I've talked about a lot. I love the fact that I mentioned this first line when I talked about first-person narrative books. This is such a big book for me, a formative work for me. Made me want to read, which is quite mad, isn't it? So I'm going to try and read this. I should have brought my glasses. When the office door opened, suddenly I knew the game was up.
Oh, nice. Intrigue straight away.
Yeah, you're in there, aren't you?
You are in. That's
the first chapter, he gets captured, and then the story is he has to work for the government, but he's like a thief, you know. And then this one, it's a very...
I love the cover.
It's a very sexually explicit crime. Yeah. It's very explicit. And it's a crime book. It's fantastic. And I didn't know what to expect. I'd never read anything by her before. And it was just like, what the hell's going to happen next? This is crazy, this book. I think it's more than a sentence. I'm going to read this little bit. Do the things you've done in the past add up to the person you are now? Or are you endlessly reinvented by the choices you make for the future? I used to think I knew the answer to those questions. Now I'm not so sure.
I mean, I personally would not have known the answers to those questions. You know, saying now I'm not so sure. I'm like, wow, you were pretty confident when you were younger.
Yeah.
I used to know the answer to those questions. Did you? Wow. Yeah. That's the intriguing opening. Agreed.
Yeah. All right. So that's my response. Hopefully that was good enough.
It's really good. I love the Orwell particularly.
Yeah.
See what people, if anyone else has put theirs in the chat. My
that'd be cool.
My favorite one always pops into my head when someone says, "What's your favorite opening line to a book?" Is always Marley was dead to begin with. That's always pops in my head. But I think Pratchett has some great opening. I mean, not opening lines necessarily, but he has great opening, almost paragraphs to his books.
Yeah.
So like the one from Equal Rights, I've got it here. I'll read to you.
Oh yeah.
This is a story about magic and where it goes, and perhaps more importantly, where it comes from and why. Although it doesn't pretend to answer all or any of these questions. It may, however, help to explain why Gandalf never got married, why Merlin was a man, because this is also a story about sex, although probably not in the athletic, tumbling, count the legs and divide by 2 sense, unless the characters get totally beyond the author's control. They might. Right. So it's about gender, isn't it? So
sometimes you need more than a sentence. It's like I picked that one up to see what the first sentence was, because I know that it starts with her in the back of a car tied up in the boot. So it's a really good way to start. You know, like you're thinking, well, that's what's happening. You know.
Absolutely, I love it. Is it hooking someone with your opening line? But I think this is just the opening line. Look, like fantastic. Not one of my favourite Discworld books, but the second Discworld book ever. The sun rose slowly, as if it wasn't sure it was worth all the effort.
Yeah, I remember that line. Yeah.
It's so good. So good. Yes.
I only wrote half of it, and I found, what did I find? I found a what are they called? it was like a disc before CDs you could put data on CDs. What are they called?
Floppy disk.
Floppy disk. I found a floppy
Yeah.
disk with this stuff that I wrote, which was my first attempt at writing a novel, which was called Sorcerers Aplenty. It was called Sorcerers Aplenty, and
Very, very Tom Holt.
yeah. But those kind of lines, like the sun didn't know whether it was worth coming up or not. That was full. It's full of that kind of stuff.
Amazing. Were you able to access it?
I don't know. I'd like to, because I wouldn't mind having another look at it. I remember there was a warlock in it. I used to love making up names for the characters. There was a warlock in it called Griplid, which I love that name, Griplid.
That is good. But
And there was
a floppy disk, you can get a floppy disk drive. You can buy them, I think, and like I'm sure you can buy something to convert that and open.
Yeah, because my computer doesn't know what a floppy disk is.
Yeah,
so.
Except ironically, the save icon is a floppy disk, and I bet the children today are like, that square thing, what is that? Like, say that's the save icon. I'm like, why is it that? Because it's a floppy disk. Because that's what we used to save things on. I've got my dissertation on a floppy disk still.
Have you?
It's the only floppy disks I still own. I've got my dissertation from university on it. Yeah.
So let's have a look at some more comments.
Mm-hmm.
What did I do? Oh, don't know what that is. Dropping in and say hi. Hi, Diane.
Hi.
Yeah.
Highland would be amazing. I've never been.
I'm only. Oops, hold on. I'm only
Wait a
joking.
minute.
I'm going to Thailand in October. Oh, fantastic!
Oh, enjoy.
Yeah, you will absolutely love it. Funnily enough, I've said to death, and I'm really hoping it'll happen, that I want that to be my 60th birthday thing. No disrespect to South Africa, but my plan was to go to West Africa.
Oh, West Africa would be awesome.
A lot of what I have done in the past, taught a lot about West African music and the origins of the blues, and there's all sorts of reasons why West African music has had an influence on us. But South African vocal music has had a huge influence on us, and just the polyrhythms of Africa in general. But so I can waffle about African music and how important it is, but we won't do that. It's not the time for it. But no, I really want to go to the continent of Africa for my 60th birthday if I can. So yeah, that's in my plans. And if it's like, well, we can't do it on that year, I don't want it to be the 61st or something.
It'll be something. You'll definitely be doing it at some point. That's good.
Yeah. But it's quite expensive.
It's so expensive.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. But I want to go to Japan for my 50th, and nice. That is really expensive as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Jess has just gone, so she's just come back a few days ago. So my daughter went, and that was supposed to be their honeymoon, but because of COVID, they couldn't have their normal honeymoon. So this was their chance to actually go to Japan in the end. They went to Tokyo.
Amazing.
So yeah, they loved it. Yeah. Idea said we went to a high school in South Korea, and the students were hanging out the windows screaming like we were the Beatles.
Funny enough,
so funny.
When you were talking about playing in Thailand, you're like, oh, there for 5 weeks, just hung out, played this bar every night. I was like, oh, it's like the Beatles in Hamburg.
Yeah. Well, it was so special because I could list why it was special. I might even do a thing on it. I don't know, but because we're coming up to 20 years of the band, which is part of an answer to.
Oh, that's one of the questions on here.
Yeah. So next year will be 20 years, but we got to Phuket, and we were leaving the airport, and there was a sign. There's a guy in a suit with a sign saying Bemis, and I was just like, oh, this is cool.
Amazing.
And then he took us in this taxi, and then he took us to the hotel, and he went, I think this is yours. And then we looked outside. There was a massive billboard of us outside the hotel. We went, oh, yeah, I think that's us. We can believe it. And there was 3 different parts. There was like one on the beach club, one on the hotel, and one down the road. They had these massive billboards of us, like a description of who were in, like picture of, because we were a duo in those days. It was just like me and Richie, kind of like looking like opposite directions, kind of like.
Very ABBA.
Yeah. So that's mad. It's absolutely mad. So yeah, we did feel a little bit like the Beatles. One very good friend of mine on YouTube abruptly erased all his videos.
Oh, sad.
People do leave behind a lovely memory. Yeah. I suppose when if you're getting abuse on your videos, your past videos, then you're going to want to just get rid of them, aren't you, if it's just hassle.
I can see that. But I would just turn the comments off and leave the videos up, I think.
Yeah.
I think I would do that. Because actually, because like thinking about people like we've lost, like Alice and stuff, are on videos with us and stuff. So it's like you wouldn't want to get rid of that.
No.
But I can understand why people do that. I do understand why they do that. And sometimes it might be to do with the job they've started. Because it might not be anything else. Yeah.
That is very true.
If you work for like the civil service, or if you work for something like that, you can't have these channels. Like you can't have your image up and stuff. So
to be fair, I had a bit of hassle recently. I had someone that was kind of like impersonating me kind of thing on Instagram, and it was really worrying. Yeah, and this person, which I think is a he, it was a student. He thought he was having a laugh, but he tried to make a friend with another teacher, and it all got like, like a follow the teacher and all that, and it was really dodgy. And then and I was just thinking, I don't want anything to happen to my YouTube channel. Do you know what I mean? I don't want them to. I don't want my bosses to tell me, well, you can't do that anymore because it's too dangerous. So luckily they didn't.
As a teacher, like if I was still teaching in a school, if I was still a deputy head, I wouldn't have a channel. I would not. No way would I, because of the type of attention that I might get, because I used to work in quite a deprived area and dealt with quite a lot of difficult families and quite a lot of difficult situations, and therefore I wouldn't want my anything like this could kind of be a way in for random things to happen. So now that I don't do that anymore, I don't. But I think it was because also I wasn't just a class teacher, I was like a senior leader, so it would have been different. So I think so when some people do that, there is sometimes a reason. It's not just that they want to take their videos down because they're fed up or whatever it is. There's other reasons.
Yeah, it's true. So Mike's here. Awesome. Hi, Mike.
Hello.
Mike's channel is really good. He's quite a new booktuber, so check out Mike's channel. It's really, really good.
I will.
Thanks, mate. The sky above the port was the colour of television tuned to a dead channel.
Yes.
Neuromancer, nice. Yeah,
good choice. I mean, showing off the sci-fi chops there, Jack. Big time.
I don't think it was that long ago since you read it, from what I remember. But
I only read it 4 or 5 years. I read it during the pandemic. That's when I read it. Yeah.
I read it when I was ages ago, so I need to read it again.
Mm-hmm.
I got another one, I think. I had reached the age of 650 miles.
Very good.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. Twisting reality.
Cool opening. Another cool opening I have to read. Far out in the uncharted backwaters of the unfashionable end of the western spiral arm of the galaxy lies a small, unregarded yellow sun. Hitchhiker's Guide.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I love that. I love
I'll
that.
mention that in a minute. One of my answers is Hitchhiker's.
Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yeah. I tried to present sympathy. Hold on, did I actually? Oh, sorry, I was ignoring Greg then. Neuromancer would be on my list as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a great opening.
I tried to present sympathetically the struggle of a boy to understand what still defeats mature and learned men.
Ooh, I tried to present sympathetic struggle boy. Is that? It sounds like some sort of Dickens or something, doesn't it? It sounds like a. What is it, dear? Come on, don't leave us hanging.
Is it David Copperfield, maybe?
No, David Copperfield is I was born or something like that. It's about being born, his opening line.
Okay.
But it sounds very Dickens.
Yeah, opening line from The Secret Hours.
Dead badger is the worst smell in the world. Mick Herron, Slow Horses, isn't it? Is that Slow Horses guy, Mick Herron?
Yeah. I know this is about you, but I would like to know what Jack's dissertation was. But that's a
my
good shout.
dissertation. Okay. My dissertation was I did a BA in classical archaeology, so Greek and Roman archaeology, and my dissertation was on magic and other subversive religions in Rome with special reference to curse tablets. That was what my dissertation was on.
Oh, wow, that's so cool.
So and it was a lot of fun doing that dissertation. Curse tablets, if you're not aware of them, are like these lead tablets, and the Romans would inscribe them with a curse, and they would like fold them and pierce them with a nail, and then they would like bury them, cursing people. And one of the biggest collections of curse tablets in the world is in is it in Oxford or it's in Bath, I think. Basically, I went to one of those, Oxford Bath. It's 25 years ago. I can't even remember now which one it was. I'm sure it was Bath. But basically, it's got one of the biggest collections of curse tablets. And one of them is something like, I cursed the person who stole my clothes when they were in the bath. I curse you. You stole my clothes. Like stuff like that. And so basically, that's what a curse tablet is.
It's a worry, isn't it? If you take your clothes off and put them up.
They've gone into the bath. They obviously had nothing left to wear because this person nicked their stuff. But yeah, so it was about religion and magic and other subversive religions in Rome. So Romans were very, very what's the word?
Superstitious?
No. Well, yes, but they were also very. Oh gosh!
So I just made a generalization about religion there. Sorry.
They were very accepting of other religions, apart from if you were monotheistic, in which case they didn't like it, because if you denied all the other gods, that was seen to be blasphemous. So so Romans would they go somewhere and they would see what the local gods were, and they go, oh, that god's like our version, our so and so they would make a hybrid god, and then quite often they would also give the locals the emperor to worship. Here, worship our emperor as a god. But they were very tolerant of other religions unless they involved denying all the gods. So monotheistic religions, Christianity, Judaism, they did not that would not go down with them. And then and if you what's the other a human sacrifice, they didn't like that either. So so that's why the Druids, I think, were they didn't like the Druids as well, because apparently so but this is all such old knowledge, it's so old. I didn't go on to do anything with that, so it's like 30-year-old knowledge now. So yeah.
Well, I did a history degree and I've been a music teacher ever since. So it's one of those things, isn't it? But just bouncing off what Nikki said, I do think it's fascinating what people do their dissertations on. Because you can literally do it on anything, and it tells you something about the character of the person doing it, doesn't it? I think.
Yes, I think so. What was yours on? What was yours?
Mine was on 3 specific historians. They all 3 of them were Marxist historians, and it was are they Marxist, and if they are, why are they Marxist, and what is it? How does it colour what they said about the events they covered? So
amazing.
See,
that says a lot about you there. See, there we go.
Yeah, it's me trying to figure out Marxism.
Yes,
and I think when I was doing that, I was a member of the SWP, so I was kind of Marxism. Yeah, exactly. I was in the SWP for not very long, and I went to a rally, and it scared me a bit. It seemed really quite religious, so I thought, this is not for me. But
really intense people, because you can have socialist leanings, and I always consider myself a socialist, and also I remember putting a video once. I did a tag video years ago. It was like, who do you think you are? Video, it was what it was called, and it was like, how do you describe yourself? And I was like, well, probably as a Marxist feminist. And I remember Scott from Gunpowder Fiction and Plot saying, oh, I thought there was a reason I liked you. All the Marxists come out of the woodwork.
Well, there's a spectrum anyway, do you know what I mean? Because I would describe myself as a Marxist, but there are some other Marxists I wouldn't agree with. So
absolutely,
it's an attitude to history. It's an attitude to the way you see whether or not the dice is loaded and all that sort of stuff.
I think it's also a case of and because class is such a big thing here in the UK. I think if you're brought up working class, which both of us would probably identify as, then you do have that. You see those disparities, don't you? So
yeah, absolutely, okay. Congratulations on 2. Thank you, Diane.
Yes.
Brilliant. I mean, it's like Nikki just said, this is about me, but it's quite cool that Jack, it's about you as well. You're talking. It's great. Love it. I might travel next month.
Any thunder, any limelight.
No, it's not about that. It's not about that. That's why you're here. I might travel next month if I can afford the visa application. Oh, okay. Oh, got rid of it. Didn't mean to do that. Where is it? Need to fly to the former capital. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Quite involved. A disc spelled with a C is for optical media. A disc with a K is for magnetic media.
I didn't know that. I like that fact. I like these little factoids.
Yeah, that's cool. I love that. Travel in general is expensive. I hope you get to visit and love Africa. Really. Oh no, thank you, man. And I love your videos on the wildlife in Africa and some of the things you do, which is about where you live, and that, you know, it's awesome. But you've also had some horrendous weather and some of the things you said about when you had to move house and stuff.
Oof.
So it's not all positive, but yeah, really interesting stuff. So this is from W.A. Mitchell's Who Has Seen the Wind?
Oh, I know of that.
I don't know that at all.
If Dia is quoting it, it's worth reading. There you go.
Yeah. One of my next historical books is Agrippina, the most extraordinary woman of the Roman world.
I'm going to have to put that on a list. Yeah,
nice.
Agrippina.
I've got an A-level in classics.
Have you?
Yeah, and at the end of the course, I had to do a special project, and I decided to do, and you can do anything you want from Rome or Greece, and I did a piece about Juvenal.
Oh, the satire, 16 satires.
Yeah, because that's why we get our word juvenile, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I thought that was really interesting, and I basically did a thing comparing Spitting Image to what Juvenal had written, and how they compare.
Yeah. Very good.
That was fun.
I like it. Yeah, I didn't even know classics existed as a subject until I was basically it was reading I Claudius that led me to do my Roman.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so that when everyone was like, "Oh, what book changed your life?" That book changed my life. I read I Claudius and I was like, "Oh, I need to know more about the Romans." And I was already working full time at that point, and I decided university wasn't for me. I was going to just stay working full time as a bookseller at Waterstones, and then decided I needed to find out more about these Romans. Trust.
So you worked for Waterstones as well?
I was a bookseller for 2 years full time. Then I went to university and I stayed working for Waterstones part time for 3 years. So I worked for them for 5 years in total, and then I became a teacher. So
I worked for Waterstones for 6 years and then became a teacher.
It's like some sort of Waterstones to teacher pipeline, isn't it?
But they were so cool with funny hours and stuff, weren't they, for students?
Yeah, they were great. So I worked for them full time, and I worked in the best branch to work in London, Leadenhall Market. And the reason it's the best branch to work in is because it's in the city, which is the financial district if you're not from the UK. And it's in the city of London, and because of that, it's only open from Monday to Friday, so you don't work weekends. And it's only open from 8 in the morning till 6 in the evening. It may be different these days, but back in the 90s, that's the way it was. So it was like the unicorn of retail jobs. You're gonna work 2 shifts. One is 8 till 5, one's 9 till 6, Monday to Friday. Great, really great.
Yeah. Sorry to be late. No worries, Constance. Hi, Constance. And only passing through. No worries at all. Thank you so much for popping in. My grandma used to curse her neighbour by blessing the grass in the cracks of the driveway.
Ah, curse it is. Yes.
That's so cool.
So they could never get rid of it. I bet it worked too. This is the thing. Good night. Good night. Sorry, we didn't get to all the questions, but we will get to more questions.
Yeah, we're going to do that in a minute. Dave's here. My partner in crime's here. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Thanks a lot, man. Right, so that's all the comments. So
right.
let's do some more
questions. So we're on Thrifty Reads. We did opening lines, and that was going to be a long one because there were some great opening lines.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you could force someone to read a book,
oh man, this is so hard. If I had to force someone to see, the thing is, forcing someone to read a book.
Yeah.
I tell you what, one thing I did think was part of my answer is it depends who they are, because I do think that I think one thing that BookTube doesn't really mention very often, and I was going to try and do a video on this, was if they're a young person, I don't think there's some funny interference happening. Can you hear that?
No.
I don't know if that's...
Can anyone else hear it in the chat? Let me know, because I can't.
Yeah, tell me what you can hear, guys. But anyway, it's gone again. If you're a young person, you might not want to read something from 1920 or 1940. You might want to read something from the 2000s, because it'll have the themes or the way women are treated or the way that race is treated, things like that. So sometimes you might put someone off reading if you give them the wrong book. And then if someone's older, then they're going to be, they might even be blind to that kind of thing, and they will have a different lens, and they might not even care. So I think it does depend on who it is.
And
but there
reader.
are...
Depends on the reader.
Yeah, I think so. I do think there's a book that I don't think is dated like that is my favourite book. So it won't be the last time I mention it, but I'll say Flowers for Algernon, Daniel Keyes, because I absolutely love that. And that is the one I would say was my favourite. So
that is a great book.
I love it. So yeah, I think that transcends that. But I do think it's important who it is you're talking to.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was thinking about it. Like some people always say, "Oh, I'd get any," because I'm a huge Jane Austen fan, and I always hear people say, "Oh, you know, I recommend anyone to read Jane Austen for this or that." And I think, actually, no, I wouldn't, because I know when I was 17, they tried to make me read Emma at school. I was just like,
yeah, and forcing someone. It sounds like what you had at school, and you approached it differently because someone forced you to read it. Yeah. So that's the other thing as well. So it's
depends on the person, depends on the book, doesn't it? Yeah. When writing a song, what comes first, melody or lyrics? Is it like Neg?
I'm a bit worried about this interference I can hear. I'm hoping it's not coming through it's probably coming through somewhere.
Oh, someone can hear static. They can hear it. I can't hear it. I wonder if it's because I haven't got my headphones in. Did it just start?
I'm hoping that's fixed it. If it was me.
It's gone now, apparently. Yes, there we go.
Yeah, hopefully that's help. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you fine.
Yeah. So what was the question again?
We were talking about song, melody or lyrics, chicken or egg.
Yeah. No, to be fair, it has to be melody first, because even if it was lyrics first, you end up tweaking the lyrics to fit the melody you've got. So and ultimately a song is a melody first, and then you start constructing lyrics. I was talking about this to someone in the band yesterday, because we've got a member of the band that keeps saying he's got a song ready to give us, and he's a brilliant songwriter, and we're really excited to have this new song, but he's gone into this sort of anxious phase, and we want him to just give it to us so that we can just play with it and do something with it. And I think he's stressing about lyrics, but he they'll come, you can tweak them as you're going along, and you can through them. I mean, I had to learn a song of mine for the gigs we just done this weekend, because we wanted to do a new song, and I actually realized that there was a block. I wasn't learning the lyrics, and I realized it's because there were some lines that were just really badly written. So I tweaked it so it made more sense, and that's it. I learned it. So you can change the lyrics all the time. Once it's recorded, then you probably won't want to change the lyrics. But while you're playing it and getting used to it and kind of essentially writing it, then you will change. But you're not necessarily going to change the melody. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's why melody comes first.
Well, that makes complete sense. That would make sense to me, because you think to yourself as well, like, lyrics are important, but like they're nothing without that hook of the melody, are they? I suppose.
Yeah.
And I know very little about music.
Yeah, the melody is the hook. Yeah, and part of my job is to teach the students how to write as well, and like tips they can, and I think asking a 16-year-old to write a song is crazy, really. But that's why I'm a bit lenient on the quality of the lyrics, or but I have to judge the song as well. But I think you get into a routine, if you like. You get shortcuts, and you get used to writing, so that by the time you've been doing it for 4 or 5 years, you get a lot better at it.
Are you getting a lot of AI stuff from your students?
Well, I'm getting a lot of AI kind of articles and essays, not so much lyrics, as they try and do it themselves. But some of the other students I teach that don't do music, and sometimes with the music students, I mean, we've got programs that can spot it. And I remember I had a student a few years ago. I had to bring her back in, and I said, "Look, this is plagiarized. You need to do this essay again." And she's like, "No, I didn't." And I'm like, "Okay, look at the screen. It's telling you.
It's telling you it comes from here.
It's 79% plagiarized." And we look. And we looked through it, and it highlighted the bits that were plagiarized, and there was little tiny bits that weren't. It was like, you need to do it again.
Do you turn it in? Is that what you use?
It was turn it in, yeah.
You turn it in, and I've never seen anything higher than like 30-40% to
79%. It was like, come on, just do it again. Don't argue with me, just do it again. She was like, "Oh, I can't believe this." She was like insisting. Even when she finished, the whole course finished, she was like, "Oh, I can't believe you told me to do that other thing." It's like, what? You're still talking about that?
Yeah,
So
I get like master's students I was working with the last couple of years, and you have supervision meetings with them because they're doing their own original research, right? It was never original, of course, but basically they're doing their own research, and so they have to sit with you and discuss the research. So they send you sections of their dissertation. So they send me a section of their dissertation, and then I'm talking to them and I'm like, so you said this, I found that really interesting. Can you explain more on that? And they're like, can you write all this down in an email for me? Like, can we not, like, the point of this supervision is for you to discuss this with me? And they're like, yeah, write in an email and then I'll send you my answers via email.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you know what that means? No.
Did you write this? I suspect not. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give us another question, and we'll go back.
Question. Ollie from Criminoli. If I'm assuming it's Ollie from Criminoli.
Yeah, it was Ollie.
If you could get a special edition of a book with illustrations by anyone, this is a good question. What book would it be, and who is the illustrator?
Okay, so this was interesting because I was thinking about illustrators that can be a nice match with books I really like. Oh god, what? Oh, here we go. So this is where Hitchhiker's Guide comes in.
Oh yes.
So Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, because it's a fun book, then I think it would suit a cartoonist doing it, right? And even though my favorite cartoonist is Charles Addams, the one that would definitely suit his style of doing it would be Hunt Emerson.
Ooh.
So Hunt Emerson is someone I've actually got a relationship now with. He's done the covers of the last 6 Bemis albums.
Amazing.
And he did the cover of the Brown Yelp Gang as well.
I love this.
So his style of drawing, I'll just show you. So this is kind of what he.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he's got an amazing way of drawing. I love how he draws. Hold on.
He's awesome.
Yeah. And I think it'd be really cool to have a version of Hitchhiker's Guide drawn by him. And similarly, I have to mention it because I find it very hard to believe that Douglas Adams hadn't read this book, Dimension of Miracles by Robert Sheckley. Did someone say rip-off? That would be cool, illustrated by Alan Emerson as well. Dimension of Miracles. Read it, it's fun.
Okay.
And so that's that. And then I thought for a serious one, this is when I knew I was going to mention Flowers for Algernon. I thought it'd be really nice if there was a version of Flowers for Algernon illustrated by these guys. Now this is an amazing, really serious, reflective, contemplative graphic novel about life and about death and about the meaning of life and making every day count. It's amazing. Day Tripper. I'd heard about it, and then I've done a video on it. But I think I love the way they draw as well, and there's something really kind of like poignant about how they draw people and that. So it's a very different way of drawing. So this kind of thing. So Flowers for Algernon with this kind of style, I think would be really nice.
Powerful.
Yeah. It would be really powerful. This is such a great book. So
I'm literally having to make notes while we talk. Got some from the chat and some from you.
So yeah, that's my response to that. And I was going to mention that one thing I have got, which is a really lovely thing, and it's just a great thing, that Ray Bradbury was friends with Charles Addams, and Ray Bradbury had a lot of respect and kind of admired Charles Addams. And there's a version of From the Dust Returned, which is a collection of Ray Bradbury short stories that's got illustrations by Charles Addams in it. So that's very special.
Wow.
And I've got that. Yeah. I've got 3 copies of that book. Yeah. It came up on eBay. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what?
That's awesome.
Yeah. I had to check out that it was real. Yeah.
Oh, I love this. I love it because also your knowledge of illustrators is great. Okay. My question is next, actually, Gareth.
Hey, awesome.
Yeah, I wrote a question for you. Have you ever written a song about an author or a book you love? Is the first part. Second part is, if not, would you consider it, and who would it be?
Right. Did I make a note of this? No. Okay. So I know. Well, I haven't written a song about an author. I have written a song in tribute to Terry Gilliam. And I've written a song for Joni Mitchell. It's quite cool, actually. The song I wrote about Joni Mitchell, I imagined her at a party sitting in the corner and everyone kind of admiring her, knowing who she was, and kind of describing how much everyone loved her, sort of thing, at the party.
Very nice.
So yeah, there's a song about her, and and then I was going to mention I did write a poem about John Wyndham.
Ah,
Yeah,
what was the poem called? Do you remember the title?
It's in the first. It's in my first poetry book. It's in Permanent Verb, which is available from Amazon.
Check it out, everybody.
Yeah. So John Wyndham's got close because it's a poem. So,
but would you consider an author or book that you love, and who might it be if you have one that you haven't?
So, like, yeah, I tell you what, there's a songwriter that we sometimes gig with in Surrey, and she always writes. She draws a lot of her lyrics from books that she's read. And Kate Bush is like that, actually. I mean, obviously Wuthering Heights is a famous one, but actually there's quite a lot of examples of Kate Bush doing it. I do get the idea. I'm not very good at writing narrative songs.
Yeah.
So I tried it once. I wanted to write like a science fiction album, and it was
like
terrible.
Diamond Dogs.
Yeah. But everything I was writing, I was like, this is terrible. So yeah, I'm definitely a first person songwriter rather than a narrative songwriter. I mean, you can do first person concept album kind of thing, can't you?
I was going to say, yeah, the concept albums not on the cards.
yeah. Maybe I can do that once we've decided we need to do something else in the band or something, because the new album's coming out next year will be our 10th release, so we could say let's go mad, do something different now. We could do that.
And is it your 20th anniversary next year or this year?
20th anniversary next year.
So 20th anniversary, 10th album.
Yeah,
that's a big achievement. That's really good.
Yeah, well, it is kind of, because it's funny because you say that, and I've kept the band going even with loads of lineup changes and stuff, and I've nearly given up a few times, so yeah, it is an achievement, really. It is a huge
achievement. Musicians notoriously fickle.
Yeah.
Also, do you remember Chaz and Dave talking about Cockneys? Yeah, right. Chaz and Dave. We used to laugh because there was like a poster, and I don't know how true it is, but we used to laugh about it. The Chaz and Dave doing the rounds, and when they're older, Chaz and Dave, not the original Dave. Like Trigger's broom, isn't
Trigger's broom, yeah. Trigger's broom. I was just about to mention Trigger's broom. Everyone look up Trigger's broom because it's one of the funniest things that's ever happened in the sitcom.
Very funny.
Right.
Okay. Let's do some comments because they're building up, and then I've got some more questions for you.
Yeah, I need to find. I think the last thing we saw was Dave saying hello. Here we go. So Zach is next. Fun fact: the word sophomore means wise fool. It's a combination of Sophia meaning wisdom. Moron. Such a good word. I love the word moron. Yes.
That was the
quote. I think. Yeah. I can only stay a few minutes because it's date day. Oh, nice. Have a great time. Painting the town red. Let's pop in for the best. Hey.
Yeah, you're his partner in crime. There you go.
I love Dave so much. I think everyone saw how much we loved each other on the videos of us meeting each other.
Oh, that was so lovely. Isn't it the best? Meeting people is just the best.
Yeah. And there's when you go across the other side of the world to do it as well, it's nice because
amazing.
So hopefully it's not happening a lot. Gone now.
We should do a UK booktubers go to the US.
Yeah.
We should do that. That would be awesome.
Every book I had to read in high school.
Yeah,
exactly. Forcing someone to read is not great. Yeah.
That was the static.
Margaret
Pinard, hello.
Yes. Margaret's here. Thanks, Margaret. My husband nearly always begins with a line of lyrics, sings it and plays it, and then more lyrics come. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sometimes you can have a lyric, a line that you think, right, I need to write a song because I've got this line. And then, but you're not really very often going to have a whole song, and then you're going to find some music to go with it. Not very often. It wouldn't work. You'd have to change it so much. Yeah. Oh, you got it on the shelf. Oh, read it, Dave. Read it. As soon as you come back from the date.
Just got it on my wish list now.
It won't take you very long. I do it all the time, Jack. I have pages and pages of notes. Yeah. He's much better at that. I should do that. I need to watch 38 episodes of Is This Thing On to take notes. It came up on eBay. You have Valette set up.
That was your 3 copies of the same book.
Oh yeah. Well, because I searched for Ray Bradbury, it does come up with suggestions, you know, because I've still got some holes in my collection. Lorna Short and Alicia Archers do interesting narrative albums. Oh yeah, cool. What's happening again? Hopefully it's just, that's weird. I don't know why it's happening because no one's moving anything, are they?
No. Yeah, I hope it's not because I've not got any headphones in. No, I often do live. I never do have headphones in doing live streams.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah, I've got a more complicated setup now because of hassle before. Yeah, I love you too. Cat.
Oh, hi, Cat. Nice to see you.
Thank you so much. Hey,
Brian. Hello, Brian.
Hi, Brian. Oh, this is Marie. I work with Marie. Marie's one of the loveliest people in the world.
Hi, Marie.
Yeah, she is awesome. She's an English teacher.
Hello, teacher.
She's very wise, and she might appear at some point on screen. I've asked her, and she might do that.
Oh, great.
But yeah, no, Marie, you are awesome, and I miss you loads. Yeah, lovely, Brian. Right, that's it.
Lovely. All right, more questions. We're going. We're gonna.
Yeah, right. Let's do a few more at a time.
Katie Lumsden, if you could recommend a book to one literary character, what book or character would you choose and why?
Okay, this was really hard. I mean, I think Katie said that this was a question she got and she found it really hard. It's such an interesting question. And I thought, well, who am I going to offer a book to? And I thought, well, actually, what I'll do, and I really had, this is like hours and hours of thinking about this. And I thought what I would do is I would offer a book to Neville, the main character from I Am Legend.
Good choice.
Because he's the last man. He's clearly really pissed off for the whole book. And he's trying to stay alive while he's also trying to get a cure. He's trying to figure out what's going on. And he has to fix up his house every day. He needs some light relief. He needs to read as well, you know. And I think he probably needs a bit of hope. So I thought Becky Chambers.
Oh,
yeah. So I'd offer him the Wayfarers books as something that maybe Neville would, you know, he'd be in this intense mood. A bit light relief
for the Omega Man. Yes, good choice. I like it. That is a really hard question, though. Answers in the comments from everyone else. Right.
Yeah.
Question five. Question 5 is not question 5. It's
person 5.
Person 5. Books do things to me. Is the channel, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying that out loud. Have you ever had a dream in which you were reading a book or writing a song?
Yes. I didn't know how to answer this without just going yes.
I know, because I actually just don't remember the details.
No, and usually it's part of something else. Something else is going on. But if I'm, say there's a big gig coming up, I tell you what, I out of all those things that relate to that kind of thing, the thing that I've dreamed the most is either teaching. I've dreamed. No
one's listening to you. Teaching. They're not listening to you. They're all doing the wrong thing.
Or even more than that is dreaming about being on stage. That's happened so much. Dreaming that I'm gigging, that I'm performing, and like something goes wrong or something weird happens, or you're gigging like I've had loads of dreams where I'm playing with someone famous, you know, and clearly my brain is wish fulfillment and all that. So that's happened. But
that's
writing,
amazing.
yeah, it's quite cool. And you wake up and you go, that's clearly that was a dream.
Didn't actually happen.
Didn't happen. Me saying that out loud, there's definitely some times when I have woken up with most amazing dream. It's happened a number of times, and I've just gone, "Oh my god, oh Jesus!" Yeah, and been absolutely gutted that
thanks, brain.
It wasn't real. Yeah, writing a story or writing a novel or writing a song is not that active, if you like. So I don't know if my brain would put me in a dream doing that as much. But yeah, definitely it has happened though. Yeah, definitely. Have you had that as well then?
I don't know. The things that recurring dreams that happen the most for me is I'm late for something, or I'm in a classroom and no child is listening to a word that I say, and the head's about to walk in and observe me. You know, it's that kind of thing. Like, what's going on? I've forgotten how to teach. So yeah, they're the kind of dreams that recur a lot. But I must have dreams I'm reading. Sure.
We've had quite a few real nightmares, right? Teaching, not just dream nightmares.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, but it's funny one because you just don't remember these things, do you? Very
No,
clearly?
I forget my dreams literally 5 minutes after waking up and remembering it. You know, it's gone. You know.
Okay.
Go on.
Jim,
Yeah, give us another one. Jim.
Oh,
Jim.
Books, reading, and stuff.
Yeah.
Reading stuff. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who is your favourite sci-fi author? I think I'm going to guess, but you go ahead. I think I can guess it.
Yeah. I'd like to give two because I want to do a contemporary one as well as a classic. So he is my all-time favourite author. So I'm going to say Ray Bradbury first.
Yes, I thought I'd guess that one.
Yeah. But I want to give a shout out to Adrian Tchaikovsky as well.
Who I am going to start reading this year is happening. And also that ties into Jim's question. He's got another question which is further down the list, but I'm going to add it in here because I've mentioned Jim. Do you think science fiction has had a golden age, or is it as good as ever? Because you mentioned a contemporary and a classic. That ties in quite nicely.
I think that's a brilliant question because so many people concentrate on older science fiction. The people who don't read science fiction that read I don't know, YA or romancy or fantasy or historical fiction. They all concentrate on newer authors, but so many booktubers concentrate on older science fiction authors. And there's a lot of great classics, but I do think there's a lot of good stuff now as well. So I think that the golden age, you could say the golden age came up with some of those ideas, but sometimes people have written them better now. I
suppose the idea of a golden age is because it was like the kind of evolution of it in a really an explosion of it.
And it was new and So yes, there has been a golden age. Absolutely, I don't dispute that. And obviously, there would be a fool to say there wasn't one anyway. But I think for the spirit of the question, I think it is golden age in the right sense as well. But I do think that people don't praise the new stuff as much as they could.
I agree. I think there's some really good stuff going on. I mean, I read less science fiction now than I did when I was younger. Not that I think actually since starting BookTube, I think because I've always been an eclectic reader, but since starting BookTube, I read less fantasy and sci-fi, and those are my favourite genres. So, but what I do read, and what I do read of modern stuff, fantasy and sci-fi, I think it's having it's a different age, isn't it? It's a different time.
It is different.
And there are different ideas to explore. That's the other thing, So I suppose the idea of aliens and alien worlds and stuff was an obsession with the space age and stuff like that. And now thinking about AI and thinking about
exactly,
needs to be human and stuff. And I suppose that's still the same thing that they were thinking about back then, really.
But it's done differently because our knowledge is different. So when you're going to take a different angle on it, there's some things you wouldn't write now that you would have written before. And there's some things that you wouldn't have known that you could write in the older days that you would write now. So definitely things change and our preoccupations change. And ideas of dystopia changes as well. Because
and there's a lot of utopian sci-fi now, isn't it? It's lots of like Becky Chambers, which I suppose is still like Star Trek was that, wasn't it? This utopian ideal of
she's a huge fan of Star Trek. I mean, if you see her interview, she says how much she was influenced by that. So
there you go. It makes sense. All right. So Katie Dumpton and Jim. Sarah from Your True Shelf, lovely Sarah, has asked, what inspired your idea that life is an adventure?
Sarah's questions were really interesting, and they're kind of like I don't know, like life coachy questions, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
I think that life is an adventure, and if you treat it like that, I think you appreciate the days more. So I think I don't know if you saw my Life in 3 Stages video, but I talked about how I definitely appreciate life a lot more since sort of going through a period where I didn't want to carry on, sort of thing. So I think since then I've noticed adventurous things. I've noticed surprises. I've noticed day outs. I've noticed meeting someone in the street and going home and thinking, oh my God, that was so cool. I haven't seen that person for 20 years. And that to me, that's part of an adventure. Every gig we do is an adventure. if you're doing something like as a preoccupation or a semi-professional thing or as a hobby, and it takes you out of your comfort zone, or you bring surprises to you, or you're doing it with someone else, in collaboration with someone else, that's an adventure. Buddy reading is an adventure, really. It might be like more intellectual and less active, but it's definitely an adventure because you're sharing it with someone. So I think if you see life like that, I think it's much more positive, and you just appreciate life more, because I think a lot of people probably go through their day-to-day life and either live for the weekend, which is not a good idea, or they don't even do that, and they go through and they just think they're like 2 months, 3 months later, they're thinking, oh, I need to get a holiday because my life's boring. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's an amazing attitude to have. I love it. And actually, I've been trying to do that more myself, be a bit more Gareth, actually. Because, well, this is the thing. It's like, sometimes I did this video like a little while ago, it was a vlog of like my favorite bookish day, and it's like, well, you see these like ideal life vlogs. Your life can be that. You can try and make your life that. If you woke up and say, if this was my ideal day of what I was going to do, I'm not talking about like, if money were an object, that kind of thing, because clearly we've all got these restrictions on it. But if you have a day off, well, what would be an ideal way to spend your day in a realistic sense, not in a like, oh, I'd fly off to here and wherever, but like in a realistic sense, what would be an ideal day for you? And try and make it happen. Like try and just be like, try and live that adventure, that life that you're dreaming.
But I do feel strongly about leaving the house. I do think that unless you're disabled and you can't, I think people who restrict what they do because it's easy, or they, I do think they're losing out on bumping into someone or seeing something they've never seen before, or hearing conversations on the bus, just random stuff that makes life really vital and real.
I think it's really interesting you say that. It's like you're looking at the wider world and what's out there and what it can give you as an adventure, really. So not just sort of what you can make happen, but just going out and experiencing, I suppose, just what the world can offer in terms of people, places, things like that. Yeah. And it could be a trip down to the beach near you, or it could be just like, like you were saying, like a gig in the local pub or whatever, and the people you speak to.
Well, and everyone's probably got a park near them, so, you could just go down, and if they got a dog, take the dog to the park, and you'd probably have a conversation with someone who's also got a dog, and just things like that. I was on a bus a couple of days ago, and there was a match in there, it was a football match happening in Portsmouth, and they were playing a team from the Netherlands. And there's all these guys from the Netherlands that were on the bus, and there was this absolute idiot with a Portsmouth t-shirt on that was shouting abuse at them, and it was so embarrassing. Do you know what I mean? And there was like 7 of them, and they were just like shouting things back, but you could tell they didn't really care. But it was so embarrassing. When he went off the bus, I went and sat next to them. I said, I'm sorry about that, guys. But did you have a good, sort of talk to them. And I said, did you have a nice day? And have you liked it in Portsmouth? And they were like, yeah, and all that. And then I was like, and then my stop was pretty close to that. And I said, have a nice day, guys. Nice to chat to you. And they were like, yeah, have a nice day too. We got off. It was really cool. I had a random conversation with 7 people from the Netherlands about their day. And I just think that sort of stuff, it matters. It's cool. It's like you're not just going through your day-to-day routine. I'll never have that conversation again.
No. People are endlessly fascinating, aren't they? People, when you really get to talk to them. Everyone is everyone's got an interesting thing to say or story or something, haven't they, really? I completely agree.
Talking about the bus, I did a short about this ages ago. This is about a year ago. And I was sitting on the bus. This old guy sat next to me, started going on about the fact he's got a leopard. I've got a leopard, And it was the most weird conversation. It was hilarious. He was going on about this leopard he's got, and he's going, people are afraid of him, but he's never really harmed anyone yet. I'm like, clearly the guy didn't have a leopard, and it's just really weird. But again, it's part of that adventure of going out in the world and
the Tiger King,
strange people. Yeah. Yeah, but
I met a man on the train going to London at Christmas. I was going to visit family, and it was just before Christmas, and he was going up to London, and he was going up for a meal, and he was someone who worked on the Royal Yacht Britannia in the 1970s and 60s with the Queen and Prince Philip, And I was like, oh my gosh, I bet you got some stories. He showed us the pictures. I was like, oh my God, you really do work on the Royal Yacht Britannia, like with the Queen. And he's like, yeah. And then he was going up for a meal that they have for all the ex-crew of the yacht that they have every year. And one of the main royals attends the dinner. And I was just like, how random. We just got chatting like on the train.
Yeah. Well, before I met my wife, I had a French girlfriend, and I visited her family in this really, really rural, in the middle of nowhere part of France to see her after she went back for holidays or whatever. And there was a big, long train journey to go to where she was. And I remember, I'll never forget, because it was really cool. I sat next to this French politician on this train, and I didn't know that much French. He didn't know that much English. And we just managed to get this really cool conversation through hand gestures and some pidgin English and pidgin French. And it was just really cool. And I'll never forget it, because that was at least 35 years ago. And, those kind of things are just magical, I think.
They really are. No, I completely agree. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do the rest of Sarah's questions, or do you want to do some comments?
Yeah, let's do some more Sarah's questions, and then we'll.
Right. So, how do you stay relaxed?
I think she said that because I've started saying that I'm more deliberate about stress, and I do. I navigate it, so I will avoid things and leave it till the next day or a few hours later, or I'll do it in spurts. So if there's something that is going to stress me out, sometimes I go, well, I'll do a bit of it, and I'll leave it, and I'll do another bit of it, and sometimes I'll just live with the fact that I'm going to give it to whoever wants it late, and sometimes, and I'm bad at replying to messages. There'll be some people in the chat that like, yeah, Gareth doesn't look at his messages, but that's also navigating stress, because if I feel like, because I used to just answer everything all the time,
you get overwhelmed,
and I was always overwhelmed. So
I'm the same.
Yeah, so I allow myself to be late.
Yes,
but not physically late, but late in replying or late in. I allow myself to do that. So I wouldn't be late for a gig or late. Do you know what I mean? Late for an appointment. I wouldn't be late like that. But things that you don't have to do
if it's not urgent.
Yeah.
It's not urgent. See, what I've done recently, which has really made a big change in my life, is I've turned off notifications on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Because WhatsApp has become like social media, and I don't want to be on social media. So WhatsApp used to be a messaging service to communicate, but now it's like constant ping, 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 and it just drives me absolutely nuts.
I've got the opposite problem, because I need to turn my phone on more and have it charged more, because my kids go, there's no point in phoning you because you never answer Dad. We always phone Mum. So I've always been bad at just not even bothering, just having it turned off. So I need to do more with my phone. But I think I'm the exception. I think most people need to do less with their phone, but I actually need to turn it on and actually have the notifications.
I decided, I was like, if it's an emergency, someone can ring me. And no one ever rings these days, right? Unless it's my mum rings me about 3 times a day, because she's like 82 and that's all she ever does is ring people. Anyway, but other than that, no one rings or texts you. The only person that texts me is my partner. So I know the sound for a text is different on my phone. And that's the thing I've got notifications on for, because he texts me. And because it gets through to me, that's he knows I'm going to read a text message, whereas on WhatsApp can ping away in the background. Voxer similarly. Voxer, I have notifications off because I have Voxer messages from America and from the UK. I'm like, I don't want that going off in the middle of the night. So that's off. So I just have to remember to check these things. And it's made a huge difference. Like you say, you reply, if it's not urgent, reply in your own time. It's not. Yeah, agreed. Okay, biggest musical influences.
Okay, I listed some. So I knew that I would be gutted if I forgot someone. So I'll reel them off. So Crosby, Stills and Nash, Bruce Cockburn, Canadian songwriter, Loudon Wainwright III, huge influence on me, Loudon Wainwright III, Richard Thompson, John Mellencamp, one of my heroes, Ben Harper, Ani DeFranco, and Joni Mitchell. Those are the ones I've listed. So those are my huge influences. So you can kind of get what my songs sound like, but if you put them all in a blender, and then
Very nice. I'm glad you managed to do that. You I've thought about this. Here you go. All right. What makes you stay curious?
I think it's essential to stay curious. I kind of lecture my students about this as well. If I, because for example, they have to in their second year they have to turn one song into another genre. And I say there's no point in you doing this unless you actually listen to that genre, because you won't know what you're supposed to be doing, right? I can tell you what you can do and how to make something sound country or how to make it sound like punk and that kind of stuff. But if you listen to it, if you're actually curious enough to listen to it, then you'll know without me helping you and blah blah blah, and you'll do it better than me, you know. So I think curiosity is essential when you're reading. You know, if you want to go outside the comfort zone, or even just not even that outside the comfort zone, it takes a bit of curiosity just to try a new author, you know. And curiosity will get you out of the house as well. So, you know, I think it's just essential. So staying curious, I think the way I stay curious is just understanding how important it is. You know, isn't it? Would you agree, Rosie?
Hello. Oh, look.
She's been really nice.
Good old head sniff going on.
Yeah, you're in a good mood.
Oh,
okay.
She's so lovely.
She is very pretty.
All right, one more question, then maybe some comments.
Yeah.
What's the genre? This is from Emily. Novell Novels, Emily.
Emily, Emily, yeah.
What's the genre you would never touch?
Okay, I've got two.
Oh.
So I don't think I'll ever read a sport biography.
I think you're right. I don't think I would, but there are some that might interest me. But yeah, I think yeah.
I'd like biographies, but I can't imagine reading a sport one. I don't know. Maybe someone will be able to come up with someone and go, okay, fair enough. But I can't imagine. And then the other thing is those self-help books like 10 Things to Do to Make Yourself a Better Man. You know, all that stuff, you know.
Right.
I just think that's nonsense. And a bit of a shame as well, because there are a lot of students that find out that I'm a reader and they'll read those things. And I just think, you could be reading such more enlightening and fun things than just an instruction on how to be a better man, you know.
I had a friend recommend a book to me recently. Kind of shat all over it, actually. I just like, and I don't know, but I was just like, I can't, because this is such a grift, right? So it's you know, have you heard of Mel Robbins?
Yeah.
Have you heard of the Let Them theory? So basically, she's written this book called The Let Them Theory, and and basically this woman has ripped off this poem that was viral during the pandemic, which was called Let Them. And let them is this idea that if someone wants to walk out of your life, let them. If someone wants to treat you this way, if someone's not blah blah blah, let them go, kind of thing, right? And so she's then written this book called The Let Them Theory, which she's like, I came up with this theory, and she's selling millions of copies of this book, and it's a massive grift. Like, it's such a grift. And this friend of mine went, oh my God, I've read this book. It's amazing. Have you read it? And I just looked and I was just like, the principle of this is, you know, I kind of can see the principle of this book, but this woman's a massive grifter. Like, Like, so, I'm just,
it's also quite a dangerous generalization as well.
Oh, massive. Because also you can't
be as passive as you possibly can.
Yeah,
really?
There's also this really great podcast, which is hilarious, by the way, called If Books Could Kill. And I think you'll really like it, Gareth, because it's these two guys, and one's an investigative journalist, and one's also an investigator, but his background was in law. And basically they examine these books that are, it's called If Books Could Kill, because they're like airport non-fiction that has been massive and has also influenced policy and done all sorts of things, when it's turned out to be a big pile of old poo, basically. When you dig deep into it, and when you dig deep into what they're saying or their background, it's like lots of it is nonsense. Some of the books they've investigated, which are books that I actually do love, because I'm not saying that all of these books are terrible, because there are some books I like, certain books on productivity and creativity and stuff I've really enjoyed over the years. And they did oh God, what's the one? The Atomic Habits, which I think is a great book. And I was like, oh no, they've done Atomic Habits. Am I an idiot? Like, is this a really bad book? But they were like, actually, for the most part, this is pretty sound advice. So they like when they dig into it. But they did the thing on Mel Robbins' Let Them theory, and honestly, you'll laugh so hard, because they're really funny as well when they do it. So there's a podcast recommendation, folks, If Books Could Kill. But yeah, you're right. Those self-help things depends. It depends. For me, the genre I've never touched. I don't have a genre, but it would be anything. I'm not a fan of streams of consciousness.
Yeah.
this before, and I'm not a fan of magical realism. I'll put it out
Oh,
there.
okay.
Those things
Yeah.
I'm out.
But so, I mean, it's hard to write off an entire genre. So I was pretty specific. But yeah,
It's
I
hard to write off an entire genre because you can never say never, right? Never say
I
never.
wouldn't want to write off a whole genre, really. So
exactly. All right. I don't know if we've got too many comments. You want to go through some comments?
Should we go through comments?
Yeah, we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more people. But some people have got a lot.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was worried that we wouldn't get through them.
No, we're doing all right. We're doing all right.
Hold on, we'll go back to when Marie was in the thing.
I think you were on.
Yeah, I think I'm on there. Marie said, "Thanks, Marie. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you." Oh yeah, I said that. Yeah,
Brian and Brian's here.
Yeah, and that was one of the best things ever. So cool. Yeah.
We won't explain it. Just go watch it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Because it's the acting as well. It's Trigger.
Yeah.
The actor who played Trigger was amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah.
And they're like looking at him like, what?
He gets an award.
He's completely oblivious to what he's just said, isn't he? It's so brilliant.
Yeah.
Teacher nightmares are real and awful. Yeah.
Yes, Brian, you would know.
I had one so bad once I was still mad at the class the next day.
Do you ever get that? And they're like, you can speak, and then you're just, no one is listening to me.
Amazing.
Nuts.
Yeah, Marie Fleet is amazing. That's official now because we said it publicly. Thanks, Nicole. Nicole's been really lovely to my channel lately, which is very nice. Yeah. And recurring dreams I've had are drowning in the ocean. Oh wow.
Oh, that must be awful.
Rescued by dolphins. That's cool. I have got a recurring nightmare, but I wasn't going to talk about that. But there is a recurring nightmare which goes back from when I was a little kid. So yeah, that's kind of mad. I haven't had it for a number of years actually, but it's like the walls closing in, and it's horrible. It's really frightening. My brain wakes up dreams like they're going out of style.
I tell you what I do have a recurring dream about. I haven't had it for a while, but throughout my life since I was a kid, I've had the most amazing dreams where I can't quite fly, but I can jump. Like when I say jump tall buildings in a single bound type jumping.
Awesome.
And I've had those, and it's so vivid and it's so real. I never quite managed to fly, but it's almost like you're about to fly and then you just down, but you land, and then you can like like the Matrix. It's like that. And they're really vivid, and it's like brilliant. That's
so
amazing.
Good. I'd love to go to fly. That was Dear, agreeing with Bradbury. Yeah, absolutely. I give the Skeptic's Guide to the Universe to Absalom from the Mercies.
Yes. Oh, have you read the Mercies? It's very good.
No.
Kieran Millward Hargrave. The Mercies is about. She went to visit Norway, and she read this story. It's a true story of a village of women in the 1600s where it was a fishing village, and all the men drowned in a massive storm, and the women were left alone. And because the women were coping so well with being left alone, they were accused of witchcraft. So there was a big witch trial. They made the men drown, and the fact that they could survive on their own, there must be magic, kind of thing. And it's a really great book. It's beautifully written, very hard hitting, really good. But yes.
Okay, I need to look that up. So Marie says hi. Ideas. I have different words for it, but I look at life much the same. Yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah, I mean it's just the word I chose, but I think it's a very positive way of
being open to things, isn't it? Being open to people and open to experiences. I think believing in people that inherently you're going to meet good people. I think because everything tries to tell you that you're not. Like the general thing is like to be wary of people and stuff, and it's like
Yeah, but also it was interesting meeting that excuse my French twat who was being horrible to the Netherlands guys, the Dutch guys. So that's interesting as well, So it's not always that you have to have positive experience, as long as it's not like horrendously negative experience. Heidi says books have helped bring adventure back into my life when I can no longer do most things. Okay. Yeah. So absolutely. So so like I said, circumstances might be different, and absolutely totally get that. Wouldn't want to diminish that. Margaret, take your cat to the park here in Portland. Do you want to go to a park in Portland? she nearly left the house earlier, and I was watching her, thinking, is she going to leave that? And she didn't. I opened the door because I think it was just a postman, and she was going, oh, what's this? And I was like, are you going to go out? And then I wouldn't really want her to because it's a main road, but she didn't. She never does.
Is she a bit of a Is she a bit of homebody, house cat?
Definitely a homebody. She goes out in the garden and that because they've got because we got little dogs. We got a little dog.
Don't.
That was a surprise.
Yeah.
We've got a dog flap.
So, there we go. Novel. Dia's talking about Poppy, her dog. She said that she's her conversation style. Every time she goes on a walk, we get stopped so they can ask about her. That happens when you've got a lovely little doggo. People do chat to you, don't they? So yeah. Oh, Gareth, it's too fresh. It's too fresh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't be sorry. It's love. Like, I'd be the same way. Absolutely.
Well, these like Chico and Ralph, they everyone thought they were puppies because they were so small, but
yeah,
they weren't. They're very old. She's older. Rosie's older.
How old is she?
She's nearly 18.
Oh,
and you wouldn't tell. It's mad. Anyway.
No, you couldn't. You couldn't absolutely. They. Do you know what? They are family. So that it's heartbreaking. Okay.
Oh,
I've heard about this French girlfriend before.
Oh dear. Sorry, Ali. I mentioned it twice. You're allowing yourself to be slow.
Not late.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it.
I like a slow life. Same.
Well, because I'm always doing a lot. So if I felt like everything had to be done at the same time, essentially, because I'm always doing lots of things, then I'd go mad. Which, I suppose I did go a bit mad a few years ago, which is why I decided to switch my attitude a little bit. So I got really overwhelmed. Yeah. I have a setting on my cell that allows certain people to go through, but notifications are off. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. Yeah,
absolutely. That is good too. And Louis Obispo. So that's what she's saying about where to bring the dog.
Okay.
Or the cat. Sorry, the cat.
The cat
to the park in Portland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bruce Coburn. Yeah, Payson Cades, amazing. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Margaret said you got very niche subgenres. Sports biography.
Yeah.
What was it? Sports biography and self-help.
Yeah.
But specific types of self-help.
Very masculine self-help.
Yeah.
No, when Joni Mitchell got ill, it was horrible. But she's a lot better now, which is good. I read Springbok rugby sports biographies. I've always agreed to pass on sports biographies. I totally get it. I mean, they're really popular, because people talk about men reading non-fiction, and men read a lot of sports biographies. If you go into a house where they're not really readers, you can see loads of sports biographies.
When I worked in Waterstones in Leadenhall Market, it was the city. So you get a lot of city. I was going to say a lot of city wankers. A lot of.
I know what you mean.
It was the 90s. There's a lot of races going on.
The yuppie types.
Yuppie type, yeah, the ones that Del Boy would consider the yuppie type, but they would come in and the sports biography section was huge. I remember we had loads of people come in and do book signings, and every year we had Frankie Dettori come in and do a book signing, and it was always like a big crowd for people like that. Frankie,
so they're really popular.
Yeah, and because he was really funny, Frankie Dettori. He was like Italian Cockney, isn't it? So he's like, all right.
Yeah. It's nice because one thing about retail, when you are serving random people and you serve famous people, it's kind of interesting when you know what they're like. Because I had that a few times working in HMV, and because I worked in record shops for like 15 years, but the 4 years I was in HMV, sometimes there was somebody playing at the big guild hall, and they'd come down and they'd want to go into the main precinct, go into HMV. And I'll never forget, do you know the jazz pianist Jamie Cullum?
Yes.
Yeah. He was really lovely in HMV, and him and his band were all buying stuff, and he bought a Coen Brothers box set, and they just released a 4 DVD disc of the best of the Muppet Show. And
You
he was
buy
at the
that?
counter, and I was just like selling it to everyone, going, and like Jamie comes out, and I go, do you like the Muppets? He was like, yeah, I love the Muppets. So you need to buy this. He was like, yeah, all right, I'll buy that. And then he turned around to his band and was like, look, this has come out, and they all bought a copy of the Muppet Show Best of DVD.
There you go. Awesome.
So I thought that was funny. So that was a
That
bit of
is some
Jamie Cullum.
good upselling by you. Nice.
And it was, I wish I could remember who it was. There was somebody that came in. It was so funny because one of the female members of staff was like in pieces because they were going to come into the shop, and she couldn't cope with it. She was like, she ran out into the storeroom. She didn't want to see him because she was so nervous, and she was kind of crying, kind of thing. And then the manager's like, we gotta take him backstage, you know, like back into the storeroom, and we're all going, she's gonna go mental, and it's like, yeah, but she'll love it. And then he, you know, got her to meet him and all that. I can't remember who it was. It was somebody really famous, and that was quite nice, you know. But anyway, should we go to let's just carry on with this. So yeah, I agree about sports biographies. Another one for me is true crime. Yeah, I like crime, but I don't really read true crime.
Depends on how it's done, I suppose.
Rich Thompson, one of the greatest guitarists ever. Oh wow, Roz says.
Oh, there you go,
hero.
Roz.
Fantastic.
You'd have a good old chat next time you see Roz about that.
Yeah, you need to tell me what your favorite songs are, and if you don't, guys, listen to Cold Kisses. If you want to listen to great lyrics 101, Cold Kisses. I mean, there's so many songs, but that one is a bit underrated. Rich Thompson's Cold Kisses. I mean, Bees Wing is an incredible song, and my son can play it. It's just beautiful when he plays it. But Cold Kisses is an amazing song.
Okay, Spotify open right now.
And she's just said Cat Kisses.
Cat Kisses.
It would be a very different song if it was Cat Kisses. Zach says people don't like hearing my dreams. They're like action horror movies, and they always getting up to a part where something like T-Rexes. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So Zach has Garborgus dreams.
Garborgus dreams.
Whoa, it's going funny again. ESP with a corgi.
Hang on. I mean, Poppy is a corgi. He is dog, so maybe it's relation to that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hang on. No, maybe not.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
Rosie's got grit. She has got grit. There you go. Moodiness.
I mean,
it's very cattiness. That's what I love about cats. I love dogs, but I also love
Yeah, cats do what they want. You know,
I love them for that.
If you've got like a cream cake or something, and you think, well, we can't just leave it there because the dogs will have it. You just put it up somewhere they can not have it. Cat, you got to put it in another house because the cat will find it.
Yeah, if they had opposable thumbs, we'd all be ruled by cat overlords.
That is the quote of the day. Love it. Heart butt. I love you both. Happy I got to be here.
Glad you were
dear.
Here.
Thank you so much. Sounds like an Empire Record situation.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good film. Yeah. Given your mission to spread book joy, what's the one book you've encountered that you initially disliked, but after a reread or a shift, you came to genuinely appreciate it?
Loads, actually. I can't just name one. There are a few, but mainly things that I've read, that I was forced to read in school, that I then read and subsequently liked.
Okay.
And it's a shift in age, I think. When you talk about perspective, like when we were talking earlier, like you wouldn't recommend, like I said, I wouldn't recommend Jane Austen necessarily to everybody. Emma by Jane Austen, hated it, and now I love it. It's one of my favorite books of all time. I reread Great Gatsby, and I really enjoyed it, and I hated it at school. So mainly, I think it's when you've got that forced.
Yeah.
Maybe that might be more with it.
Because I want to reread Catcher in the Rye because Pat talks about it a lot.
Pat loves it, and I didn't like it when I read it when I was younger.
Yeah, and I think it's because we're forced to do it in school.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I also like. Yeah, the Catcher in the Rye, and what was the other one I was thinking of? It was similar to the Catcher in the Rye. No, wait, it'll come back to me. But Catcher in the Rye, but Pat recommending it was like she loves it so much. I was like, oh my god, maybe I need to reread that book. I tend
to reread stuff I liked. I don't very often reread something I didn't like. So that's something that I could maybe challenge myself to do a bit more anyway. You know,
especially stuff from when you're younger, because and there was this lovely quote on one of my videos someone put, and we were talking about books that, you know, when like we collect lots of books, and they said they were talking about the fact that they buy lots of books and they put them away, and like they put them away. I mean, people buy wine and put it away. They're waiting for the wine to be ready to drink. But she buys books and puts them away till she's ready to read them, like till like she's matured enough to read them. And I was like, oh, that's a lovely thought.
Yeah,
so it's kind of like,
that's a nice way of doing it.
Yeah,
nice
exactly.
The collective noun for the city gents is
bankers. Nice.
That is brilliant. I think Mo liked it. Kat says, I'm having that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
I'll have that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
Right, let's go back to the questions.
Come up to your favourite question.
Oh, okay.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows?
Yeah, Greg, I don't even know he's still here. So
Greg might not still be here, but I'm sure he'll come back.
Yeah, Greg from Ghost Readers in the Sky gave us, he literally just wrote, why are there so many songs about rainbows and
what's on the other side?
And what's on the other side. I used to do that song with my staff choir a lot. That song obviously means a lot to me. Why are there so many? The way I wanted to answer this, because obviously we could just laugh and leave it, but it's the thing about that song, and the thing I think the reason why it resonates with people is that people need positivity. You know, they need hope, and they need to look forward to something. And you know, what's on the other side of the rainbow? It's like there are songs like that, because there are tons and tons of breakup songs, but we need songs that make us feel good as well. You know,
nice answer. Yes, agreed. That song always makes me want to cry when I hear Kermit sing it.
Oh, when he did it in you know the remake films, not remake, but the reboot films. The first one and Muppets Most Wanted. He sang it in the first one, didn't he? And my tears were streaming down my face. They actually twice in that film when he did a song. I can't remember what it was called, but he did a song like "Does Anybody Really Want Me Anymore?" It was like in the early part of that song, and that was like, oh my god! And obviously written by Brett from Flight of the Conchords, so great songs. But yeah, and then he did the Rainbow Connection at the end, didn't he? And that was amazing.
Oh, I love it, because during the pandemic, there was I watched it, and it was him sitting in the swamp on his own, and it was all very sad, and I was just like, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, and they did it again, and I mean they can do it because it still works. I don't really feel like it's too cheap or whatever. But you know, they did a series when they had a TV show. I think Miss Piggy's show, was it? I think. And,
I love it. I just finished watching the last 3 episodes I hadn't watched, because I'd watched them back when. And it's so good.
Really good series. Yeah, I thought
I'm underrated. Like,
really,
really not funny. Watched enough.
People are so busy to moan about Disney, they don't realize that actually there's some good stuff, you know. Yeah. And they do Rainbow Connection in that, don't they? And
I think so. I've got to rewatch, because what I did was I started watching it, and then I started I started watching the last, because I was like, oh my gosh, I never watched the end of this series, like literally 2 weeks ago. So I watched the last 3, and it's just such good.
Brilliant.
About satire, that's so good. So brilliantly done.
The new series, a relatively new one about Electric Mayhem.
Yeah, so I've not watched it all yet, but I've only watched like the first 1 or 2.
Yeah, it's really good, really, really good. Yeah. So
Muppets are great, and they're not. I don't think they've just not got the audience anymore. But I just the Rainbow Connection as a song is so touching and so sweet. And I sent you a video. I don't know if you watched it. I sent you a video. I happened upon on YouTube, and it's called something about seeing Muppets out in the ordinary world or whatever. And it's all about, you know, when you get the scenes of them like riding the bikes through Central Park, that kind of stuff, about how they do it. And it's amazing. I've never really didn't know all the details of it. And so there's the bit of where they have Jim Henson like under Kermit the Frog in a lake in this thing they built for him doing Rainbow Connection. He's in this weird little tank.
He's an absolute genius. He was an absolute genius. So cool. And his team were incredible. Yeah, no, amazing. Absolutely.
Right.
Should we go to some questions quick?
We should go to the rest of the questions. Heidi has a few. Okay, I'm going to quick fire them at you. What is your favourite book?
Flowers for Algernon.
Okay, what's the most overhyped book you've ever read?
Okay, so I thought about this, and the only thing I can think of, because I literally DNF'd it first, and then I finished it, and I thought, okay, I get why it's popular, but I still think it's overrated, and that's The Female Man by Joanna Russ.
I've got it on the shelf over there. I'll have to read
Dave,
it.
Dave didn't even finish it. It was we buddy read it, and it was doing both our heads in. The way it's written, it's got some great passages in it, but I think it's an absolute mess how it's written. But it's got some really good lines in it. She's clearly very clever, but nah.
Ooh, making me more interested to read it. Actually, it's not. I think I'm probably right.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone else thinks it's amazing. So.
What new release are you looking forward to?
Oh, I haven't had a chance to really look. So I was looking forward to Stephen King's Never Flinch, and I've managed to find it for a £5. So I'm really pleased about that. So I don't know if I can include that because I've got that now. But I don't know what's coming out.
You know what's coming out looks really good. If you do you like historical fiction? I don't know if you do.
I dabble a bit. I need to read more.
So this is Elodie Harper, who wrote the Wolf Den trilogy, and it's one of the best historical fiction trilogies I've read in years. It's set in Pompeii in a brothel, right? Good. Yeah. She's written a book on Boudica and it's coming out in the summer.
Oh, that's cool.
She's such a good writer. The historical fiction. I'm like, yes,
I'm smiling because literally Jess talks about her all the time, and she went to see her at an event where she was doing an analysis of the whole trilogy and where she went. And she went and she's been to Pompeii because of wanting to see some of the stories that she got. Because some of the characters in it are from the walls, the things that mentioned on the walls. And so Jess is well into it. She'll talk about it for hours now.
So the new Elodie Harper, I'm excited. I'm psyched, and I'm not a new release person generally, but so keep an eye out for it. And I think you'd probably enjoy it. All right. Yeah. What author would you like to have a drink with?
I thought I'd written this down. Did I write this down?
What author? Douglas Adams.
I thought I'd written this down. Who would I like to? Oh, I know why. I kept changing my mind. There's so many, isn't there? I was thinking I'd really love to. I'd actually really, really love to have a long chat with Ursula K. Le Guin.
Oh, she'd be amazing. That's a good one.
She's awesome. Yeah, I think she's awesome. And I'd like to have met and talked to H.G. Wells. And George Orwell. George Orwell and H.G. Wells, both socialists. I'd love to talk to them about the world now and see how they'd make of the craziness we're living with. And
I mean, Orwell's it's like, am I living in one of my novels? That's what it'd be like. I think there's like a poster, make Orwell fiction again.
Yeah. I love to tell H.G. Wells about the NHS. Say, how cool is it?
Make Orwell fiction again. Yeah. What fictional character would you like to be real?
So I missed that.
Which fictional character would you like to be real? So many.
That's huge.
That is huge.
Fictional character would I like to be real? That's I'm not prepared for that one. So real, as in they would have made a change.
As in, make them a real person, I suppose.
Okay, I'm going to go with V from V for Vendetta.
Oh, very political.
He'd shake the world up a bit, wouldn't he?
I like it. I think I quite like. I suppose it'd be one of the. I like any of the Discworld characters that I really like as well. the librarian from the Unseen University. He was real. That'd be great. Okay. Right, Pat. We've got Pat's questions. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Ivan just turned back up. We've got perfect timing. Pat's questions. Right, here we go. How old were you when you first formed a band?
Okay, so my first band was Electric Wombat, and I was 15.
And what were they like? He says, what were they called? We've got the name. What were they like?
It was a comedy thing, and we did stupid songs, one song which I know all the words. It's a very short song called "Ferret in My Trousers." There was a song just called, and there was a song called. Oh, and my first ever performance, I performed a song which was from the Electric Wombat stuff called "Tetley by the Bucket," which was a
Very on brand.
praising Tetley tea, and in that performance, this is when I was at college, and I threw tea bags at the audience during the guitar solo.
Wet tea
which
bag.
sounds great, but then the music teacher said, you have to pick all them up. I was like, oh, what? So I had to go around picking up all these tea bags. But yeah, yeah, that was the first band, Electric Wombat.
I want to hear the song. I don't know if we have time for the song.
Maybe
at the end. All right. Which bands have been most influential? We kind of covered that a little bit. Bands, though, this is rather than
bands that have been influential.
Bands.
I'll tell you my 3 favorite bands. I don't know how influential they've been because they probably the solo singer-songwriters have probably been more. You can see the character of their stuff more in my songs. But I'll tell you what my 3 favorite bands are, and then I reckon you can probably hear elements of what they've done in my stuff. So XTC, Oingo Boingo, and Midnight Oil.
Ooh.
And Peter Garrett from Midnight Oil is my favourite frontman. If you haven't heard any Midnight Oil, go and find Midnight Oil and you'll love them. Australian new wave band.
I've got a lot of things to look for. My list of stuff is growing.
They're amazing.
Okay, now, how long has Bemis been together? We've established 20 years next year.
Yeah, next 20 years next year.
What are some of your favourite books about music? I think you've got a video on this, haven't you?
Yeah, but I was going to do an updated one, but I've got some books here. But can I just say to expand on the 20 years thing? I started the band with Richie, and we've been playing music together for 32 years.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's awesome, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good.
So he's like a closest thing I've got to a brother, really.
Okay,
so the 3 books I've got which are my 3 favorite music-related books. So as I just said, XTC are a band I love to death, and this is the best book on XTC, Songs and Stories.
Mm-hmm.
Every single song analysed about how it's written, who's playing on it, what they do on it, how it's recorded, and all that sort of stuff. It's a fantastic book. XTC Songs and Stories.
I love stuff like that.
This is my favourite music biography, and this Wheels on Fire, which is the book about the band. And Lee Von Helm wrote it. Lee Von Helm and the story of the band, and it's a fantastic book. It's really, really interesting, and I just loved every page. I couldn't get enough of it. And then one last one, because it's a beast, but I have a really deep love of world music as an international folk music, and this is the Music Hound series is fantastic, and this is the Music Hound book on world music. It's massive.
Chunker.
Yeah, and it covers every kind of music, and it's got full details about different things you can look out for, and where the music comes from, why it's important, and why it's different from other cultures and all that. It's brilliant, really good book. So this is fantastic.
I saw a book that I was like, I'm sure you recommend. Maybe it wasn't you that recommended it, but I saw it and I was like, I've got it on my wish list. So you build up your wish list over time from watching BookTube. And you're like, I saw this. Someone recommended this to me, and I was thinking, maybe it's Gareth. And it was about why you like this about music, about like why you like. It's about exactly you. It must have been you that recommended it.
There's like a few times I've talked about the neuroscience kind of stuff about music, like This Is Your Brain on Music was one of them, but then there's how we read music. There's a few, like there's some fantastic ones like that. Because I'm very also fairly eclectic in my music taste, and
sometimes pretty basic and sometimes not so basic, but I don't really know a huge amount about music. So I know what I like. I have no idea why I like it, and I don't know how to talk about music. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's an interesting thing. So when you recommended that book, I was like, it's called. Oh, I'll find it on my wish list at some point. But let me know, because it's probably something I've mentioned, but it might not be. And the way that music
what music does to our brain is really, really significant and unique.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a you recommendation. So it's something like, I've got it here. My list. I'll find it while we're chatting because people might be interested. But I'll give you the next question from Pat while we're doing that. If you're giving advice to a newbie on science fiction, what authors and books would you recommend?
This is another one that depends who they are. I think Ray Bradbury is a safe bet, but again, I don't know, because there's just, I think Glass Marathon's a good bet. I tend to love the books that I don't think are too dated and still work really well now, but there's some really good new stuff. If it's someone that likes that, if it's someone that I think would like Becky Chambers, then I would recommend her.
Yes.
Because she's quite unique. I think she's been attacked for not having enough action or conflict in her stories.
Character based, isn't it? It's all sort of, it's like
if you're into literary fiction, I think you might like her, because it's not as full on. If it's someone who wants to have a laugh, then you can't go wrong with Hitchhikers.
No, definitely can't go wrong with that.
So and I tell you what, well, there's a book that does get a lot of praise. I'm not saying something completely mad, but I do think as an author she's underappreciated, and that's the First 15 Lives of Harry August by Claire North.
Oh, I know that book. Yeah, I've not read it. But
amazing. Yeah, so I'd say that's a good shout.
And I like anything. I like a good dystopian sci-fi. So if they like dystopian, there's quite a lot you can recommend there. So I Am Legend would be a good one.
Yeah, I Am Legend. But I'd say out of the two big ones, 1984 and Brave New World, Brave New World's easier to read.
Yes.
1984 is quite dense, isn't it? And
I love it though. I love it.
Yeah.
One of my favourites.
It's the better book, but
yeah, it's definitely a better book. I do love Brave New World though.
So do I.
It's a great book.
There's a video coming up in about 2 weeks' time about Brave New World on my channel. Good. Yeah,
that would be awesome. Okay, so we are doing well with the questions. So we're down to Constance. How do books, songs, and your writing affect your nightly dreams? Again, we're back to dreams.
Oh yeah. There's different people that talk about dreams as well, wasn't it? I can tell you that when I read Tender Is the Flesh, which is about cannibalism, and it's like really full on, I had a nightmare. I genuinely had a nightmare, and it was horrible. And I don't have nightmares that often, or I had a spate of them recently actually, but I don't have nightmares very often. But I definitely had one from reading that book, and it was really weird. It was just like it was in a pub with my brother-in-law, and then someone started fighting him, and it was a really horrible fight. And it was just really violent dream, and I know that's because I was reading Tender Is the Flesh.
That book was freaky. I mean, really was. I really that kind of stayed with me for quite a bit, that book actually. Not surprised you had bad dreams or weird dreams. MJ's question. MJ. Now it says, what aspects do you love the most about the genuine friendships you make on BookTube? There you go.
I remember when I read that, I thought that's kind of hard, because the easy answer is everything, right?
Yeah.
Everything about the relationship, but you want to honor the question by giving a proper answer. And I think the thing with the BookTube friends is that there is a spectrum. So some I only really talk about books with, but there's some that I talk about everything with, all different aspects of my life, and every day I'll speak to them and stuff like that. But there are some that I really value the fact that I can talk to them about books in a way that I can't talk to anyone else about it, sort of thing. So I think the reason why we started a BookTube channel was to talk about something that we couldn't really talk about before that. And BookTube has made reading a social thing, which is great. So I think that's one of the really special things. But actually, the more you get to know people, and the more you talk to them, the more you just talk about everything. I think we know each other quite well, and I think there's a good half dozen booktubers that I know really well, and there's a bunch of other people that I'm really looking forward to knowing them well. Whenever we do our meetups, I always learn more about the people, the English booktubers that we meet up in London. I always learn more about them. We have a really cool conversations, and
Yeah.
you know, so I think, yeah, it's kind of a bit of both. It's the joy of talking about books, but it also leads into talking about anything and everything, you know.
Yeah, I've had so many amazing conversations with people since joining BookTube, and it's so random as well, because I think the books naturally lead you into talking about some really powerful things in your own life.
Yeah.
And you were saying like sort of that men's self-help genre picture, but and then I started talking about like the grifty self-help stuff, and I was talking about actually fiction. When you read good fiction with someone and it has strong themes, it leads you to talking about life and your experiences, and it's really cathartic actually, and it's lovely. You get to know people on quite a deep level.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's good. Very nice question. Very nice.
And
last.
Sorry, I was going to say Voxer has really helped this as well.
Yes.
Because I never used Voxer until we started using it for BookTube. And even though other social media sites allow you to do it, nobody really presses the button to do a mic thing and speaks on the other ones. But we speak on Voxer because that's kind of what it's like designed for. It's got a big neon sign saying speak rather than type, you know.
Yeah.
So that's amazing because that's real, you know, like speaking to someone in like just everyday speech as an actual, you know, vocal thing. That's different from typing. And
Absolutely.
you know, you hear people laughing, you know, you hear people when their voice is being quite right. When sometimes I'll speak to Brandy, I'm sure she won't mind, that you can tell she's just woke up, and she'll be like, oh, my voice is a bit croaky, I've just woke up. And there's just that real thing, do you know what I mean, of speaking to someone in a real situation. I think it makes it more, you know, you become close friends, you know. So I think Vox has been good.
I love it because people always say, apologize to me for leaving me long messages, and I'm like, no, it's fine. I love it because you just go about listening to like listening to a catch up from a friend. No, I really love it.
Yeah, and Pat's still here. We've talked to her, and MJ, but I know Pat's still here, and we talk all the time, and sometimes we'll talk about stuff that's got absolutely nothing to do with books, that just things happening, you know.
Well, funny enough, I sent Pat some pictures of my nephew today.
Yeah,
Pat, look at him.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, right. Last question is from Heidi. Okay. Heidi's back with questions. So, what is your favourite Twilight Zone episode?
Right,
is there a favourite?
Yes, To Serve Man.
Okay, and what happens in that one?
So that's when these aliens visit Earth, and they've cured those diseases. They've made the world better. They've made people really happy, and they're just like this gift to humanity. And they keep going on about this book they've got called To Serve Man, and there's this guy all the way through the story that wants to translate the book. He's trying to translate it, and eventually there's the big twist, which
say it.
Yeah.
Let make people watch it. Oh,
it's amazing! It's amazing.
What is your favourite original Star Trek episode?
Shore Leave.
Shore Leave.
Yeah, it's written by Theodore Sturgeon as well, which is quite cool. So he's a really famous sci-fi writer. It's just a lot of fun, and I just love it. Yeah. So they're getting tricked by the planet they're on, and they have these weird hallucinations and stuff. Yeah, it's really good. Whenever if someone asked me to name what original Star Trek episode, I watched loads of it when I was a kid. I should go back and revisit it actually. My mum was a huge Star Trek fan, but TNG was my big that was my era of watching it loads. But the original Star Trek, all I ever think of is The Trouble with Tribbles. yeah.
When someone says name a favourite episode, I'm like, oh, I love that one. Who doesn't love that one? Yeah. Right. If you could have a living or dead rock star play music with you, who would it be?
It's beautifully spoken, greatly delivered. Can I just say one other thing about Star Trek episodes?
Oh yes.
I have on my channel a video which is the top 10 original series episodes, a video which is my top 10 Next Generation episodes, a video which is my top 20 DS9 episodes.
See, I really need to. I've said to Dave the other day, we need to download some Deep Space Nine and watch it because I can't find it on any streaming services.
DS9 is my favourite. So that's still on Netflix, isn't it? I think. DS9,
is it? So he got rid of Netflix, you see.
I think it's still on that. And then I've also got my top 10 Voyager ones as well. So
Boy, yeah.
if you are curious about my opinions about Star Trek, they're on there.
I will watch those.
Yeah. So got it right. So this idea of one rock star to play,
Living or dead,
me,
you would play music with.
I thought I'd make an ideal band.
Oh, like a super band,
Yeah,
like the
Yeah.
Travelling Wilburys.
yeah. So if you imagine I'm doing occasional rhythm guitar and singing, right? So that's my only job because I've got absolute geniuses around me, right? So, well, I say that on rhythm guitar is my son.
Ah.
So Louis will be in the band. On lead guitar, 2 lead guitarists. So I'll have Steve Bartek from Oingo Boingo and Prince.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So, Prince and Steve Bartek. Steve Bartek would play the crazy stuff and Prince played funky stuff. On bass, Tony Levin. So Tony Levin was Peter Gabriel's bass player, and he's done he's played King Crimson and all sorts of things. Kate Bush on keyboards and vocals.
Good choice. I concur. I agree with that.
Duet together. On extra keyboards for solos and stuff, Oscar Peterson.
Thought you were going to say Dr. Teeth.
That would be amazing.
Muppet on drums.
Yeah.
Animal on drums. Muppet on drums. Animal on drums.
On drums, Levon Helm from the band.
Mm-hmm.
And on sax, this is if anyone recognizes this, then they're my favorite person in the chat. On sax, Dana Colley from the band Morphine.
Yeah.
Look up Morphine. They're amazing. Absolutely amazing. Sadly, the lead singer and co-founder died, so they didn't last a long time, but their catalogue is amazing, and the saxophonist is incredible. So Dana Colley on sax. I think that's everybody. Yeah, that's my ideal band. I thought that was a fun way of answering the question.
Good. That is a good way of doing it. It's like big super bands.
Yeah.
Yes, very nice. I was going to say, talking about band documentaries, you were talking about films you were watching the other day, and I said, have you watched The Story of Anvil?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever seen it? So
I've seen the trailer, so I know what kind of thing it is. Yeah.
Honestly, I love that film. I was like, oh, if you're going to watch some films, are you off, Gareth? Really good music.
Well, there's a film I mentioned in that first video, and I was going to watch it, and I forgot, and that's The Sound of Metal.
Yes, because I put that on my things to watch.
Yeah,
because that looks amazing. That sounds like Yeah. So I need to watch that. So I need to figure out. I want to keep watching films for the channel, but I need to figure out how I'm going to do it. Maybe like 5 a month or something. I don't know. But yeah, that'd be cool. Right.
Let's go back to the comments for a minute. So we did that bit. Done that bit. Did that bit. Right. So chat. Pat. Book Pat with chat.
Pat with chat.
Pat says my heart breaks a little when people tell me they didn't. Absolutely. And I remember we've talked about that a bit, and yeah, she says they've just got it wrong, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
Greg says I'm here. That was when I wasn't sure when we were talking about the question. I think I liked almost everything I had to read in school, but still absolutely hated Catcher in the Rye. I even had to get permission from my teacher to swear while talking about it in class. Wow.
I would say as well with Pat, she was talking about a book the other day, one of the books she loved to teach, and I was like, I wish you'd taught me. My English teacher made my I couldn't stand.
I think that's probably the most frequent comment on her on her videos about books. Yeah, absolutely. She really sells it, and she's clearly a fantastic teacher.
Absolutely.
I connected with the Rolf song about women.
Oh, Rolf.
This Rolf song about women. What was that about?
That one. But Rolf is great. I love Rolf.
It might be it's probably you can't live with them, you can't live without them. There's something irresistible about them. Yeah. I hope that something better comes along. Yeah. Gives you a new leash on life.
A new leash on life. Yeah, very good.
yeah, that's a great song. Yeah. One of my favorite Muppet Show moments is Ralph singing Coddleston Pie from Winnie the Pooh.
Oh,
it's great. Yeah. It's a great moment. But there's so many great Ralph sketches. Maybe you could have liked Catcher Bella if you had read it in my class.
Agreed.
Need the right teacher. Absolutely.
I think we all needed you to teach it to us, Pat. That's what we needed.
Kat says, I love Catcher in the Rye. I wrote a term paper.
Oh, good. There you go.
Perhaps because I was too young to understand it. Yeah.
It was a fun rhythm.
Oh, that might have been
Rolf.
Rolf song. That's cool. That's feeling a lot better now. I don't think so. I deeply my review would boil down to stop whining. Okay, so yeah, this is what Pat says. A lot of people say about Catcher in the Rye.
Yes, and that they've got wrong about it. Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of love
yeah,
going on. Good timing. Yes, it was good timing, Heidi.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, we were talking about your questions. Boudica, which used to be Boadicea, didn't it?
So,
right.
Boudica is the British, isn't it? The British way of pronouncing it, and Boadicea is the Roman. I think. I've got the first one, Dreaming the Eagle, and it's been on my Kindle TBR for years. It's like it's a veteran. I need to get to it. It's like 4 massive chonker books. They're both amazing. Supposed to be amazing.
Cool.
So,
Heidi says, "Is this thing on time?"
Yes, Boudica by Dreaming the Eagle is the first book. Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
It's like 4 massive books.
Heartbreaking series.
Apparently brilliant. Yeah, and I don't know why I've not read it yet. It's the sort of thing that I would have devoured within a few weeks, the whole thing, when I was younger. Like, I don't know why I've not read it yet. BookTube.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. We're always flitting between different things.
Yeah,
aren't we?
completely.
So, trying to catch it up.
Before BookTube, I would start a series and I'd finish the entire series before I did anything else. Now I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, and I am reading more genres, like mainly I didn't really read crime, and I'm reading more of that. And I'm picking up more contemporary stuff as well than I used to. So yeah, it does make you divide your time a bit. Heidi says, I read the first book 3 years ago and then binged the rest last summer. Favorite was the last. So everything all comes together at the end.
You're giving me the FOMO.
Electric Wombat.
Yeah.
We did. The first Electric Wombat cassette we did it at home, was with acoustic instruments, and then we did an electric one and we called it Atomic Wombat. There's an interference cat parent. She's over there now. So it's like that. I'm not sure what that was. I'm excited about her new release from last year. Nervous about Elodie
half the take. How can I possibly take to another? Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
Are you talking about my take on let me see. About Boudica, her Boudica book, maybe.
Yeah. What's your favorite Ursula K. Le Guin book? My favorite is The Dispossessed. I think because I am steeped in ideology. I love the fact that she looks at 2 completely different cultures, and there's an emissary that's trying to navigate between the 2. It's like a anarcho-syndicalist kind of society and a capitalist society, and he's trying to broke some kind of trade thing with them. It's really cool. Well, they're trying to. It's taking me ages to explain, but he's trying to create a situation where there's like a bigger network of travel and stuff around the planets. It's really cool book. It's not very long as well. Depends on how. I think it depends on the reader again. I think if you're into literary fiction, just read The Left Hand of Darkness. If you're wanting something less poetic in its writing and more immediate, then The Lave of Heaven's really good, and The Dispossessed is good if you want a political book. My first book was The Word for World is Forest, and I loved it. So that was my first.
I've got an Ursula Le Guin book over there that we bought. Well, Alice sent it to me not long before she died, and it was the one we bought with you in. What was that bookshop? Scoobs.
Oh yeah.
So he bought it in there, passed it on to me, and I've got it over there. So I'll have to read it at some point. I can't remember which one it is now.
We're doing a Ursula K. Le Guin event next year. So we've kind of I can't even remember who's doing it, but there's a bunch of us that are going to be reading every book. So starting from all the Hainish ones, so starting from Riccardo's World. So we get that together, towards the end of the year. So there's a bunch of us doing that. So that'd be really cool. Yeah. So I hope that answers the question. Kind of, I do think it depends on who you are. Hello.
Hello, it's Candy.
Yeah, Candy. Yeah, Candy. Sorry. Yeah. The band. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the band. Really long. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Heidi was talking about it.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's gonna be awesome. What unusual books and songs would you pair? 2 examples of mine would be The Great Gatsby and Bury Me by Voltaire. Oh, and Night Bitch and Unmet Darkness. Oh, I don't know those.
I thought about this. Just have a real think about this one.
Yeah, I need to look up those songs as well. Nice one. That's a good, interesting question. What unusual books and songs will you pair?
Unusual.
Don't know. You could read some Philip K. Dick while listening to some early Floyd. That would probably be.
Yeah, I was going to say randomly. This is a very random thing. It was around a friend's house and we were listening to, I'm sure it was Dark Side of the Moon, and on the TV in the background was Jumanji, the film. And it went really well with it. It's just like, it was, the way it was like, listen to, I'm sure it was listen to Floyd and watch The Wizard of Oz, but
they talk,
and Jumanji was in the background. I went, it kind of works too. Works on a few levels. All works.
Brilliant. Yeah. Talking about Jumanji, I don't know if you noticed, I don't know if you saw it, but my second video, I think it was, on the 20 films I was watching last month. One of them was like a French Jumanji. It's just come out. It's called Family Pack. So good. It was really, really, really funny. Yeah, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So Margaret's got to go. Got to run to the dry cleaners. You've got to sort that out. Get your curtains back.
Nice to see you, Margaret.
Thanks, Margaret. Absolutely amazing. Service Model, Mockingbird, Childhood Zen, and Deathstalker. Yeah. Well, I love Service Model, and that is a good shout for a new, and certainly for new Agent Tchaikovsky as well.
I really want to read Mockingbird.
Yeah, I've got that at the library actually, because Ollie sent me a private message going, "You need to read Mockingbird."
Is it Walter Tevis? Is it?
Yeah. The Childhood Zen.
I can't believe the things he'd written. Like, I know he wrote The Man Who Fell to Earth, but he also wrote The Colour of Money.
Yeah,
The Hustler. Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
And Queen's Gambit as well.
Yes. So
I love that series.
Yeah, so good. Couldn't believe
it. Yeah. No, so I really want to read Mockingbird. Childhood Zen's really good, but I don't know if I'd suggest it for a first book, because I think it takes a while to. I don't know. It might take a while for someone to lock in, if it's their first science fiction thing. But I think it's brilliant. I think Childhood Zen. Definitely one of the best science fiction books out there, but I don't know. And Deathstalker I haven't read, so I don't know. Yeah. Nikki's still here. Thank you both for playing a couple of hours. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
Talk absolute waffle.
Bradbury and Becky Chambers has been important to me. Yeah. I was so glad that Pat liked I Am Legend. I always worry. I worry about whether it's dated, because I know it so well that I might not see it. But I don't think it is. But also, Treatment with Women. I don't think it's necessarily got bad treatment of women, but he definitely is massively sexually frustrated in it. And whether or not that's depicted in the right way, I might be blind to that now. But
do you know what? I've still got my copy over there. I haven't read it in years. I loved it when I read it when I was younger. But yeah, I like a reread it actually.
Yeah. I've read it about 4 times. I love it. Absolutely.
I've got Somewhere in Time to read. That's on my TBR. Do you know how long it took me to track down a copy of that book?
It's really hard to find.
Found it by accident. Do you remember that shop in Highbury? We went to Highbury when we were in London. We went to the last set of shops we went to before we went home. We went to Highbury, and there were the 3 shops near each other, and the little second-hand shop that we were in that we could hardly fit in. I used to look in there on my lunch break. That's where I found it.
Cool.
Just in there. It was just on the shelf, and I was like, oh! Like, you'd think there was a million people trying to grab this book. It's all crusty.
Well, yeah, it's
secondhand
really
stuff.
rare. It's really hard to find.
It was really, because I looked and looked and looked. It's very hard to get a copy of
It's
it.
very expensive on eBay. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So I've got a copy of it. But I've got one that I've got one that's called Somewhere in Time, but it's actually called Bid Time Return.
Bid Time Return, exactly.
Yeah,
Because
so
mine's called Summer in Time as well, after the film. Because the
Yeah.
film, I was like, oh, I can't believe it was him. I told my brother, I was like, guess who wrote Somewhere in Time? Because my mum loved that film, and we did as well. But I loved watching it with Christopher Reeve and oh god, Jane Seymour.
Jane Seymour, isn't it? Yeah.
Beautiful, and she's
Yeah.
so stunning in it, and it's just such a great film. Very emotional. It's like it's a mum's favorite, right? It's and I couldn't believe he'd written that. I was like, what?
Yeah.
It just didn't
Yeah,
compute.
yeah.
It really didn't
Yeah.
compute for me. But I'm
He's
looking forward to
amazing,
reading it. Time travel.
Yeah, I love all that. The book in 1984 was complete torture to get through. It's my personal route 101.
Lots of people don't like it. I loved it. I couldn't stop reading it.
Yeah, I found it easier as I got older.
Yeah, I find it very compelling. I really think it's
Yeah.
a great book.
But I did love it when I was at school, but I loved it because not the process of reading it, but what was in it.
Yes,
Like,
the content.
and then the actual process of reading it got easier and better as I got older.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh no! I liked it overall, but the section where Winston reads the book was really boring. Yeah. That's what she meant by the book in.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah. On World Music, you should check out Joe Boyd's new book. Yes, I should. Joe Boyd is a really important producer that produced like Rich Thompson and Federal Convention and Nick Drake and loads of people. So he knows his stuff. The history of how world music influenced Western modern music. I definitely need to get that, mate. If I was sensible, I would make a note of it. But I'm not. I'm not sensible. You might relate. I used to get nightmares from the original Japanese black and white Godzilla. Wow, that's awesome. I mean, not awesome that you got nightmares, but awesome that it was Godzilla. That's brilliant. I can relate to Godzilla having an effect. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, really important. Arena.
Oh, the Gorn.
Yeah, the Gorn have been in Strange New Worlds, haven't they? I haven't been able to see it.
I've not watched Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, I haven't got Paramount Plus, so I can't. It's really annoying.
I haven't either. The last new Star Trek series I tried to watch was Picard. I watched the first season of Picard, and I was just like, I'm out. But I've heard the third season is better. I was like, I'm still out.
I'm a big fan of all of Picard. I thought it was brilliant.
I didn't enjoy it towards the end. I was just like, I don't know what. I just wasn't doing it for me, and I was like, I'm out. And then people have told me, no, you should stuck with it. It gets really well. And I was like, I don't know.
The third season is what everyone likes. That don't like.
Yes, that's what everyone keeps banging on about the third season. So
it was great. The third season is one of the best things in Star Trek. Full stop.
Really? That's a big claim. Bold. Yeah. All right. Okay.
I would argue that the third season is perfectly written. Yeah, the whole season. It's amazing. And the first two, I really like them, but I know why people don't like them.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to have to.
Understand. Yes. Watch them, because I talk about all my favorite episodes, and I love Star Trek.
Oh, well done, Ros.
Oh, Rosie has to go. Lovely to spend a little time with you. Thank you so much, and it really means a lot that you were here. That means a lot. All these people that have tuned in. My favorite Star Trek was Arena.
Yeah.
Now that you've talked about Serve Man, another similar theme to Childhood's End. Yeah, it is. It is very similar. Yeah. There's a twist in Childhood's End, which means it's probably good as a bit of prose fiction than it is as a film. If you made it into a film, it would spoil it. So that's kind of interesting, because what's happening is revealed later.
And probably, and so if it was a visual medium, it wouldn't work quite as well, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
To Serve Man's different because it's without spoiling too much. Their intentions are different. Boudica is one of the books I was trying to sell you along with it.
Warlord Chronicles, one of my favourite trilogies of all time.
Yeah. Well, Between Two Fires, I'm going to read after I've read Black Tongue Thief. So Heidi recommended that, and I've bought it because of Heidi's recommendation, but I haven't got to it yet.
I'm getting something. But have you read the Warlord Chronicles?
No.
Oh my gosh, love it. Love,
they
love,
by?
love.
Who do they by?
Bernard Cornwell. It's his Arthurian books, and he tells it in a very different kind of a twist. Because obviously it's a legend, so we don't know what actually was going on. So it's basically he tells the story of King Arthur as if there was someone called King Arthur, and he wasn't the king, but he was like a war, like a warrior who led the tribe, like united the tribes.
One of the tribes of Britain. Because we
Yeah,
watched
and
the series. There was a series. Did you see that? I can't remember what it's called.
So I know they did make it into a series. I think the Winter King and did it? Was it the
the Winter King?
Yeah.
I think.
And I didn't watch it yet, but I think it's the Winter King's the first book, and I think was that what they called the series?
It might have been.
Warlord Chronicles?
No, well, definitely wasn't that. I think it might have been the Winter King, and it was a weird one because we weren't really feeling it for a couple of episodes, and then like by the third or fourth episode, my wife said, I'm getting into this now. I was like, okay. And I was really watching it just to watch with her. And then by the end of it, I kind of got into it. So yeah, it kind of won us over a bit. But yeah, it was a bit of a funny one.
The books are great. Yeah. The books are really good. Like they're you get straight into them, and they're just told from the perspective of someone who knew Arthur, and he's retelling his life story. I love that kind of narration anyway. So
yeah. Can I just say my nose is streaming and my eyes streaming because I'm actually allergic to my cat. So when Rosie's all over me, last time it was all right, but I think clearly this time my body's going, yeah, thanks for that.
That's it.
But anyway, they're all both settled down there. Chris is here. Hi, Chris.
Hi.
So Chris is actually my next guest. This is a bit of breaking news. Chris is my next guest as the Desert Island Flicks.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. So that's going to be great. And I've actually made a thingy thumbnail and stuff. So I'll actually do that after this. After this, I'm going to put up a thing so you can see when it is. I can't remember the date, but it's going to be awesome. So I want to come back from Italy. Me and Chris are going to chat about films.
Amazing. It's good fun.
This is really cool. Yeah. Your one, it was just like talking to me.
Yeah, it was so fun. I said to you every week, so we should do a Muppets special edition, just like talk about Muppets films. And then I think though we'd just be laughing like idiots. So everyone else would be like, why?
Well, I do want to do a thing about the documentary. If you haven't seen that yet, have you?
No, I'm going to watch it.
I haven't seen the documentary yet, and I want to see that. So we could do that.
Definitely.
Right. Heidi says, one of my favorite books is Electric Forest, starting Biting the Sun very soon. So, do you know them? I don't know those.
No.
I've heard of Electric Forest. I think if you said the author, I'd probably recognise it.
Oh, that's cool.
Jane Seymour, when she went back to the hotel when the movie Somewhere in Time was filmed.
Watch it. I'll Google that.
Yeah.
I will Google.
She seems really like, some people don't like talking about their past career. But she seems to be someone who quite likes sort of like celebrating the past successes, which is nice, I think. It's a good positive attitude. Oh my God. Okay. Thank you so much, Mike.
Yes. Bye. Bye.
Yeah, my favourite Next Generation is The Inner Light. Yeah,
that's such a good episode.
Yeah, that was right up there. What did I actually choose? Oh, my favourite must have been that one. I think my favourite was Measure of a Man.
Ooh.
Yeah, do you remember that? It's where they put Data on trial.
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
I love that. But Inner Light is amazing. Do you remember The Inner Light?
Yes, no, I do remember that episode. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of there's like that episode of Angel with Buffy where they live a whole day as if their dream life, and then they have to it has to end, so it never really happened. That kind of thing. I love all that kind of. I love those kinds of like alternate, and then it didn't actually happen kind of episodes of TV shows.
There's an episode of Farscape like that as well because they end up on this Erin ends up on this planet where she has a daughter and she's aging, and they try and rescue her from the planet, and Crichton gets stuck there as well, and they become an old couple, and then the rest of the crew get them back, and if they go through this kind of anomaly, they go back to normal again. That's a really sweet episode.
See that sort of thing, all of that like living in entire, and then it's not, it's heartbreaking, isn't it?
Yeah. Farscape's the best program of all time. Just saying that quick. Zach said, I didn't think they were very good about the original novelizations of the first two Godzilla movies. Just got translated into English in 2023. They're interesting historical artifacts.
Let's see.
The original novelizations of the first two Godzilla movies weren't good. All right. Yeah.
Between Two Fires.
I reckon Between Two Fires. This is a Black Plague story. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was just because Black Tongue Thief was in the shops. Between Two Fires, I've only actually ever seen in a shop in New York. I've never seen it in an English shop.
It's got 11,535 reviews on Amazon.
What, Between Two Fires?
Yeah, 4.6 stars and nearly basically 11,500 reviews, which is a huge amount of reviews on Amazon.
Yeah, I bet it's good. And I love the Black Death as a thing.
So look at all
as a
these
subject.
things I'm getting. You can pre-order this item today. What? Pre-order? So you can get it on the Kindle. It must be just being released on Kindle over here. Pre-order this item. We delivered to your Kindle on the 12th of August.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get a physical copy over here.
You can, $15.99 in paperback.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Big expensive paperback.
Well, I've got some Waterstones credit actually.
I've got Waterstones credits. Yes, I have some. So £5.11 on the Kindle, and I did swear I'd never buy another Kindle book, so I'll have to see if it's on Kobo. Anyway.
Right, hold on. This is yes, that's cool. So Chris is excited to talk. I can't wait.
It's
gonna
fun.
Be really cool. Yeah, and it's just a really laid back chat, and it'll be a lot of fun. Tanith Lee, the author. Oh, she's the author of Electric Forest.
There we go.
Here we go. I've read short story Between Ease by Tanith Lee. Finally get me to read Between Two Fires. I liked it.
When you're saying Between Two Fires, I keep hearing Between Two Ferns. You know that show, that stupid show? Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of. But this looks awesome.
Yeah. I'm expecting good things. So, but I feel like because I was able to buy Black Tongue Thief, I'll read that first. But I'm sure Between Two Fires is going to be awesome.
Why have I not heard of this before?
Heidi is amazing at recommending stuff, and there's a whole load of stuff that she's suggested. I do appreciate it, even if I haven't read the recommendations yet.
So, at the publisher's request, this title is being sold without DRM software applied.
Oh.
Which is, so you can only read it on thingy. So maybe I will buy it. But you can't download it. You can't download it onto other devices, I'm assuming. Maybe you can then. DRM's that, isn't it? You can't download it to other devices.
Anything else. Yeah.
Okay, right. There we go.
I think Apple started doing that originally because when you had something on iTunes, you couldn't use it on like a general MP3 player. Yeah,
techno-feudalism we call this now.
Yeah. Apple are always trying to make you buy.
It's trying to keep you in their ecosystem, isn't it? They're within their whatever it is system. But I've got thoughts on all of that stuff at the moment. It's really driving me insane, all the subscription nonsense and all the not allowing you to watch this or download that or have this, whether you really own anything anymore. All of that nonsense. It's just been pondering it a lot.
So you want to get physical books?
Yeah.
Physical CDs, physical vinyl.
Well, this is the thing.
DVDs.
So I've said to Dave, I was like, I need a DVD player because I've still got all my DVDs. And he was like, we've got a DVD player. I was like, have we? Where have you got a DVD player? He went, oh no, it's not a DVD player, it's DVD ripper, so he can rip the DVDs onto our server. And I was like, what if you delete all of my files though? I don't trust you. Because he has not got the same taste as me.
After watching Superman and in general just being a massive James Gunn fan, I wanted to watch Super, which is an early kind of parody film he did, and it's not on any of the streaming services. So I went into CEX and bought it for £1.50. I've got it on DVD for £1.50.
And they can't change it, they can't remove it, they can't do anything. It's like,
and even if I watched it and got rid of it, it'll only be £1.50. So I mean, even if I don't keep it and I watch it, have it just to watch it, I've only spent £1.50. So
it's great.
Use the secondhand shop. Use charity shops.
I've been perusing the DVD shelves in secondhand shops for favourite TV shows because I got rid of Netflix. So I'm like sick of it all. So I was just like, I've got rid of Netflix. I haven't quite got rid of Disney yet, but that's running out. But when these things run out, I'm like, I'm done. Yeah. Like even Amazon Prime, and I do have Prime because of the delivery, really, because I live remotely. So it's like really, you know, people are like, oh, I shouldn't, but it's like in some places you just need stuff like that. Like it's just you can't help, can't access stuff. But they used to give you the TV service. Now it's like they want you to pay to get rid of the adverts. I'm like, what? I already pay you.
I just think it's just a bit frustrating that if you want to watch, I don't know, 7 different things, you probably have to have 4 different streaming services.
Prime, there's like Disney, there's Netflix, all of the different like it's just insane. It's insane
frustrating
now.
But no, if you there's definitely certainly older stuff.
You can find whole TV shows that used to cost a fortune on DVD in charity shops. Like you can find like box sets of these amazing, and then they're not going to be removed off of the streaming service because you've got them in a box set. You can watch them whenever you like.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So physical media. It's all about that.
Right.
So it's just a couple more messages. Sax says, I read "Tempting the Gods" by Tanit Flee. Cool. I need to read more Tanit Flee. He just got a bootleg Blu-ray of Night Bitch because they never released an official physical copy. Night Bitch.
That was what you mentioned earlier, wasn't it? Earlier. Right.
Is that it?
I think it is. I'm past my bedtime, as you well know.
I know. But no, I really appreciate it. It was so much. It's so wonderful doing it with you, Jack. So
it was great. I'm just glad it was like, because I usually am working in the evening and I'm no good for anything. Like after 8 o'clock at night, I'm like, no, I'm done.
What was it? It's nearly 12. I haven't had any dinner yet, so I'm gonna have that in a minute.
You have to go and eat.
But my wife's about to come back from holiday. She said it'd be the wee hours, so I knew I'd be up waiting.
Oh, you're waiting for her.
So I think she'll be back in a couple of hours probably.
And then you're off to Italy.
Yes, family trip. So that'd be really nice, and visiting her cousins and aunts.
Whereabouts in Italy is her family?
So it's like a top of a mountain. It's a place called Valveri, which is near Cassino. Do you know Cassino?
No, but amazing. What region is it?
So it's like between Rome and Naples.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so sort of Lazio kind of area above there. Yeah, so very nice. Really
cool. Yeah.
Amazing. So, congratulations on your 2,000 subs. Well deserved.
Thank you very much. And
thanks for having me on.
Thank you for everyone who's been here and getting involved.
Yeah.
There's another another comment from Greg. Thanks, man. It's funny because this allergic reaction to Rosie is really like
I've got it. I could hear it. It's like, oh my gosh.
But I never want it to affect her, so I'll kind of give her a lot of affection and stuff, and then go, but
go get an antihistamine,
especially when I'm the only one in the house,
Oh, bless her.
But that's all good. I wouldn't want to do without them. Thank you, everybody. We're going to go,
everyone.
And next live will be. We've got me and Dave are back next week. They'll be on this channel as well. But I can't remember who we've got as a guest. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Jack, so much. And thanks for the questions. And I'll see you later.
Bye,
I'm going to press that.